Hi, welcome to Northstars Live. I'm your host, Mickey Holmes.
Hi, and I'm Gavin Thurston.
Northstars Live is back for another week to bring you the most up-to-date Newcastle Northstars news, analysis, and interviews around a game day live stream. We're just moments away from the puck dropping on the 27th game of the Northstars AIHL 2019 season against the Melbourne Mustangs. It's been almost a month since we've seen hockey here at
it's been a while.
It's been a while. They've been out on the road.
Yep.
So I think from the last home game against the Bears, it was a bit of a big loss there.
Yeah, that was a 5-0 drumming that we copped, and we'll let that one go.
Put that one down in the books.
Yeah.
It's done. But
yeah, we're back on a Saturday wearing blue. We haven't worn blue for a while. It's been a few, away games and everything like that. So let's see.
Been a while.
It has. Yeah.
Yeah, so we had our first doubleheader over in Perth. So, that was we split the points. So the first game we had a 3-5 loss. Perth took the points there, but then we had a 7-3 win on the Sunday.
Yeah, from what I understood, I didn't see the game, but on the Saturday it was a close game as well. So we were in a chance of getting that game. And it was good to come away with those points on the Sunday.
Yeah.
So, that's kind of why, me personally, I think that we'd like to play Thunder in the finals. And as our viewers are probably aware, the top 4 positions are set now, but not in the order that we think that they're going to be.
Well,
actually, yeah.
Yeah, we just had
discussed
a very, very long discussion, but we'll have a look at our games and then we'll go into breaking that down.
We'll break that down. Yeah, so
very confusing as we just found out.
We'll talk about that in a bit. So.
And then we played in Sydney at Sydney Ice Dogs, and it was a good game. It went out to shootout and a 5-4 win.
Yes.
And that's when we clinched finals.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep. So
Bert got that final goal, and a captain's knock, as they say. So. Yeah, no, that was very good to cement that spot, especially because we're hosting the finals here in Northstars in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And for Newcastle to make it into the finals, we're a pretty good position of that anyway. But to actually cement that spot then and there, it was good. So.
Yeah, it was really good. And then, last weekend we played away at Canberra. It was a massive game. It was unfortunately a 6-1 loss. It was. All the things that we've been battling, in this sort of period that, we had a really short bench, the injuries have been plaguing the team, but, Canberra are just a really good team as well. You can't discount that.
Absolutely. Like Canberra have certainly, I saw an interview with Rob Stark, their coach, just the other day, and, they've taken that role as being the leaders, and that they've broken a few records, most points, most wins or something like that, a few records that they've broken this year. So, like Rob Stark loves that they'll take that they're the expected winners and everything like that. They'll take that role. He likes that. Don't know how his players will take that. We'll wait and see during the finals. But at the moment, it's their final to lose. As far as they're the hot favourites, and see what the pressure can do to them.
Yeah, definitely. We had a big chat with them the last time they were here about, they're on that roll and, are they just almost expecting to keep winning? Does that lead to, a little bit of foot off the pedal? Yeah. But not from what I've seen. Canberra, they've kept up the intensity.
They've really lifted the standard this year as far as imports and local players. To bring the standard just keeps getting better and better every year.
Yeah.
And for Canberra to bring that this year and break those records, it really shows how quality of team they are.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that they have a rough semi-final because they've got the bye this weekend.
Yeah.
So they've played all their games already.
Yeah.
They've played their 28, and so they got 28, 26, 28, and so they've got the weekend off, which is could work for them as far as if they've got any niggling injuries. But also, the best fitness is game fitness. So, when you're playing, everyone would prefer to play than train.
Yeah.
So, it may work for them, may work against them.
Yeah, definitely.
At the moment, I can't see anyone beating Canberra, but
no, I think
or Brave. Yeah,
they're going well, and as you said, finals have been locked down in Newcastle, and in the last week it's come out. What's going to be happening around the rink.
Yeah,
it's going to be exciting.
Yeah, it is. They're really organising a lot of stuff, which is great. A lot of the controversy was that there's not enough seating. So, as you said to me, that they're going to do a live stream down at the local sponsors, one of the local sponsors, Warner's at the Bay, and there's going to be entertainment outside. There's going to be bands. There's going to be food trucks. There's going to be coffee machine. everything like that. So, I think it'll be a fantastic atmosphere for each team. And as we're playing Melbourne tonight, the Mustangs, who are still a chance of getting a playoff spot. for Newcastle to host it, and potentially it was supposed to be. The controversy about it always being down in Melbourne, and for a Melbourne team possibly not to be in the finals. It's good for New South Wales hockey. Like, we've got 3 possible teams, or Canberra being, Canberra. But it's good for Newcastle. I'm fully stoked that the whole organisation's been back, put everything together, and backing everybody, and the morale around the club's been great. So,
it's been really nice. Yeah. And, as you said, it's coming down to this last weekend.
Yeah.
We thought it would, and there's been a little bit of not controversy, but just confusion around the tiebreakers and who's going to make that top 4. So let's see if we've got this down.
Yeah, this is a big game tonight. For Newcastle to play Mustang.
Yeah. They need
you wanted to start to go into it. I just butted in on you.
That's okay.
But if Newcastle can win this game tonight, all that we've been worrying about can really be thrown away.
But if Mustangs take the full 6 points, so with Sydney Bears winning last night, they're up now in 3rd spot on 46.
So they've cemented themselves in the finals.
Yep, they're in, and it's in between Perth and Mustangs. Perth have to lose both games.
Yes.
And Mustangs have to win both games.
That's right. So Perth are playing the Ice.
Yep.
They're playing a double header against the Ice in Perth, I think it is.
Okay, yep.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure I could be, but really it doesn't matter. They're playing a double header against them.
Yeah.
So, see what happens there. But I know Perth would be wanting to get at least some points.
Yes.
They even get a shootout
win.
or a shootout loss. They still get a point, so they'll still get through. So big game for Mustangs here tonight.
Yeah, massive game. And, there was a little bit of confusion around, does it go straight to games 1 and shootouts 1? But from what we were talking about, it does. But the shootout, it's confusing on the AIHL website because unfortunately the overtime win is shootout wins as well. But that first game for them for the they were the first ones to go overtime, then shootout win. Yeah. And so they would be equal on points, and it would go down to tiebreaker. Yeah. And Mustangs have that.
Mustangs have that over Perth. So
there's still hope, and I'm sure they're well aware of that, and they'll be out there on the ice fighting to stay in. Yeah,
well, you wonder. Like I assume their coaching staff and everything would be fully aware of their situation that they are in. Players maybe not, but basically it's a must-win for them tonight, and that could really potentially be a fantastic game. Like you're going to watch. Newcastle are playing for that 2nd spot. We really want to cement that 2nd spot because we don't, there's potentially we could go down to 4th spot as well if these teams all win games. The Bears, now that they're on 46 points from the win last night against the Ice Dogs, they could go to 49, which would be equal with us. Then you'd go to that countback again, and it could get really confusing. So it's a must-win. We play Adelaide tomorrow night. Here again. So again, that's a must-win for us. Adelaide have really had a poor season. They got 2 points, and both of those have been from shootout losses. So we don't want to give them a win tomorrow night. It's one of those games that your expectations would be like, it's an easy game, but no, you can't underestimate anyone in the AIHL.
No, not at all.
And especially coming into a finals, you want to be red hot. The coaching staff, JFK. He'll probably run his 3 lines, and potentially in the finals, I'd assume he'd cut that back down to 2 lines. And being his first year as a coach, he's done a fantastic job earlier in the year. Everyone was praising him. He's done fantastic. This will be his big test. Definitely coming into the finals, how he runs his lines, how he runs his team. You throw that 3rd line out there in certain times of the game, it can really boost the momentum of the team and things like that. And that's, I haven't been around them with the coaching, with the training this week, but I'd assume that that's what they'd be sort of concentrating on. Each player would have their role, know what that role is. We've had players with injuries and everything, like you said, and then they've brought back Matt Wittini and Jason Chalker and all players like that, and they've all done their role in when they were brought back. So it's great for Newcastle hockey and for those those local players to be able to give it an opportunity with this team.
It's really good. And I think finals are just going to be another kettle of fish.
I'm super excited, but for it being here in Newcastle too. Like the whole everyone around, all the spectators, everyone like that, are all excited about it. So let's give it a good hot run through the finals and see how we go. So.
Yeah.
But we'll start with these 2 games.
We'll start small.
Yeah.
So
let's not get too far in front of ourselves.
No, but also, what's your ideal final situation?
Oh yeah.
Let's put aside the stats. What we really don't want to. What? How do you see it?
I personally would like to play Perth Thunder in that second, third place.
Yep.
And then let the Bears take on Canberra Brave in the first 4.
Yeah.
So potentially, the Bears play Adelaide tonight.
Yep.
Good chance they'll win that game.
Yeah.
So they'll go to 49 points. So therefore, we really need Thunder winning both those games too.
Yeah.
This weekend. And we need to win both our games as well.
Yeah.
So everybody wants to be on that winning streak coming into the finals and get on that front foot. So personally, I'd like to play Perth because I know that when we went over to Perth and we played those 2 games, that second game, we sort of semi-dominated. And to get those 7 goals. So, ideally play them. Yeah. Let the Brave play the Bears.
Yeah.
I think the Bears have got a good chance with the Brave.
Yeah.
Bears are a quality team.
Yes.
The last time they played us here, I was impressed. I was actually lining that game and I was spectating out there going, whoa, you guys are pretty quick. So
trying to keep up with it.
Yeah. I just watched the line. But, I think they've got a chance, and it could... This has happened in past seasons, is the semi-finals have been a real tough game.
Yeah.
And then that can affect the final.
Yeah.
Because, you got your imports that are probably just running 2 lines or gassed out of breath, and then got to back it up and play again a top-level game the next day.
Yeah.
So, who knows? If we had a magic wand and could see the future, we wouldn't be sitting here commentating.
Unfortunately, yeah.
I'd be in the Bahamas somewhere, I think.
That's where your dreams are.
Oh, no, I'd just go anywhere. I'd be in a different place each week, I think.
Fair enough. No, I think it's definitely going to be, down to the wire, and I don't, as amazing as CBR are, it's one game. It comes down to one
absolutely.
game. And, Alyssa Longmuir has created like a prediction model, Clementine, that has, put together stats and variations. And, even she was saying, stats are one thing, but hockey drive, just player, it's something else. You can't account for that in statistical models.
And your regular season's your regular season, and you battle all year for that regular season. But finals hockey's totally different.
Yeah, there's just
and it's just that one weekend.
Yeah,
it's not even spread out over a couple of weeks. It's that one weekend.
Yeah, one game.
And we've seen in past years that one team turns up and they go through and win it.
Yep.
And and as I said, like with the Brave, it's up to them to lose it.
Yeah,
to be honest, like they are hot favourites. You get one team that comes in, say Newcastle, and there's no expectations. Yeah, we got a home ice and everything like that, but you get that roll on, get a couple of goals. I'm really hoping our defence steps up and really shuts down the goals against. That's what I really want to see. I think Dame may be starting. I'd really love to see him not let many goals in. I won't say the S word for a goalie, but if he could have an empty net all night, then that goes to a big way of winning, gives his confidence up, and then you can take that confidence into the weekend of the finals.
That'd be good. Look, I think, the teams are out there warming up.
Yeah, warm-up started.
And it's going to be a must-watch game. As we said, Mustangs have got to win, so they're going to be chomping at the bit to get going. So.
Yep. Well, did you want to? We're not cutting to those interviews because we didn't have the footage of them. But did you want to touch on the players?
Yeah.
We had a presentation night during the week.
Yeah, and we had a few awards given out to our players. So Charlie Smart walked away with the Tony Huntley Award for Best Australian Player,
yep.
Which was lovely. And then Bert Malloy, our captain, got most committed. Yeah, which is...
it's a hands down.
Yeah.
Absolutely, best committed. Like his wife had another baby this year, and to have young kids. Back when I was playing in 03, 04, we had young kids too, and I know how much of a commitment that is. To leave your family each weekend, go away, play, train during the week.
It's massive.
Hands down, most committed player in the team, and he's a great leader of a captain.
He's great. And his family have actually flown over today.
His dad and uncles,
so it would be
grandfather.
lovely to get them to see the game, and I think that we might see a special appearance for the anthem, so keep an eye out and stay around for that. But Dane Davis also got best defence.
Yes.
Yep, and...
Well, he is the last person in front of the net.
And as we've seen, a lot has been getting
He takes up a lot of net.
So, he's just been an absolute saviour for us, which, that's why
he's had a good year too, and I'm hoping that he keeps going. There is talk that there might be a bit of a, step back next year, but let's see if he keeps going.
Yeah. And
I think he'd be easily influenced to keep playing.
Yeah.
His wife Alex mightn't think so.
No, but Josh Seckham, our strength and conditioning coach, actually got the coaches award.
Yeah,
because he's here every week, doing his bit as well, and got young kids. And then Richard Tassaric walked away with the most improved, which I think that's 100% deserved. He's just been...
Richie's a good player.
Yeah,
and
he's great.
to him get that recognition as most improved, it showed that obviously his skills over the last couple of years playing for the Northstars, but he's even stepped up that next role this year.
Yeah.
I like the way Richie plays. I'd like to see him... he's out on the power play a little bit too. I'd like to see him pass that puck a little bit more than what he does in the power play. It frustrates me a little bit when he holds on to it too much, but that's not my thing to say. He's a better player than me, but I can sit there and analyse and say, this is what I think he could do better.
Yeah.
And that's, as a player, you want people telling you that, because you don't know why you're out there, things what you can improve on. So, but yeah, he's a great player. Richie's done really well. Most improved. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Sammy Banger walked away with our MVP.
Most fit,
so that was well deserved.
Yeah.
But they're wrapping up the warm-up now, so we'll let you head over to Pete and Steve Lindsay now, and we won't do a live cross because we've changed things up this week, but I will pass you to them. Enjoy the game and make sure you stick around for the benchside interviews and the post-game show. Thank you so much. I'm Nikki Holmes.
And Gavin, good luck, Northstars. I said Knights.
Okay, have you got me?
I've got you. I hope everyone else does.
Sound great, Steve.
Here come the Braves, and a save there while they score! So here's Lassen with a shot, and he scores! And he drives it, walking in, he shoots and scores! Mustangs draw first blood! Teresic hits a shot, and he scores! 4-4! Lachlan going to the net, shoots, and he scores! And then towards Cox, Cox gets the shot away, Davis makes the save, no, it's in! It's in! First over the lead!
Live from Hunter Ice Skating Stadium in Newcastle, this is AIHL TV. The regular season is brought to you by Air Canada, who offer the only daily and non-stop service to Vancouver. For details, visit aircanada.com.au. Owners are a direct infrastructure investor with a portfolio worth in excess of $50 billion. ATC Productions, your live event technical provider. And APA Group, delivering Australia's energy.
Hello and welcome everyone to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium tonight for this AIHL clash. We have the visiting Melbourne Mustangs, and we have the host team, of course, the Newcastle Northstars. Peter Lambert here with Stephen Lindsay. Welcome, Stephen.
Oh, fantastic again to be here, Peter, again to be here in Newcastle, and again to be here at the Hunter Ice Skating Stadium and seeing it starting to fill up with fans that are coming through to watch this game that is going to be so important for the Melbourne Mustangs. It's important for the Northstars too, but so important for the Melbourne Mustangs.
Yes, so Alyssa and I both do our share of stats, and we were just hashing over if the Mustangs still had a chance yet. So it all hinged on a Thunder game earlier this season where they went to shootout.
Yes.
Now, Thunder won that in overtime, then the Mustangs would be relegated. But because that was won in shootout, the Mustangs, if they win both of their games this weekend, and the Thunder lose both of theirs, the Mustangs go through. So there's still a tiny bit of hope for them. So I think that's great. It means we're going to have a cracking game down here on the ice below us.
Look, there'll be nothing left on the ice. I mean, as I said, it's desperation time for them. They have to get the 3 points. So whether they like to get the 3 points, no, they have to get the 3 points.
Yeah.
So they'll be throwing everything at it, and I think the Northstars are ready for that. I mean, certainly they haven't sat back and gone, okay, season's done. I mean, they still want to finish in second, obviously, and they still want to make sure that when the the Brave come next weekend, and the finals are all here in Newcastle, that they're ready to go. And I'm sure Coach Kennedy would want to do that over these 2 games as well too. Just get the little things right, the little 1%ers.
Yeah, well, tonight is very much it's going to bring some of that finals feel. There's that desperation there from the Mustangs.
Correct.
They will put everything out. So it's a great cheer up for the Northstars. We know they're clinched. It's about positions now. But if they're playing the Mustangs, a team who are, I think, quite equal in their abilities, especially now Northstars have got some players back. They're here at home. This is the time to put it all on the ice and prove they can do it here.
Well, what I like about the Mustangs is that their scoring is so broad. There's no one superstar. I mean, everyone on the ice can score a goal.
Yep.
So they'll be coming at us and at the Northstars and at the Northstars and at the Northstars.
Yeah, we kind of had that from the Northstars earlier this season, but with the injuries they had and they've lost some depth and they just had to mix up the lines. They still were getting secondary scoring, actually. It's been quite good for the Northstars, but they lost some of that primary scoring. But they've got a few players back now. They've got Trey Phillips, and we've got he's crossing the ice. We've got Mark Malloy. It's Brett Malloy's dad, who's surprised him last night. Popped up in his lounge room yesterday, along with his brother and brother-in-law. So Brett's got 2 uncles and his dad here. And Mark, I think he's going to drop the puck. No, he's never seen the national team. He signaled that to his son Bert. So yeah, Bert, I talked to him right before the game. He had a huge surprise to, first of all, have his dad rock up in his lounge room.
Yep.
And then one of his uncles, and then one of his other uncles.
Yep.
They all came in a parade, and it was just like the scene from The Hobbit when they kept on knocking on the door and showing up.
That's right.
The unexpected party.
And I was talking to him before the game too. He's just unbelievably proud of his son. We actually have met, even though I wasn't aware of it, in Tilburg in the Netherlands when he followed the Australian team 2 years ago. So it was wonderful to see him again, but just so excited about being here, watching the finals, and of course watching his son. And I know how that feels, Pete.
You do. You have done it. You've been a player, and now you're a hockey dad. And let's just want to point out Rick West, referee tonight. I know that Nick Hare and Daniel Ball are our linesmen, and if you're not already aware, Steve and I have moved. We're no longer in the booth of Walsh. We're in the what do you call this? The platform of cool.
Yeah, the platform of cool.
Yeah.
But that's okay, mate. This is a great place to be watching the game from. And
I'll even be able to call out some of the numbers now. It's great. I can normally only call the team going was that south or east? So now I can call it going both directions.
Mate, don't put too much pressure on yourself, all right? So face off, it'll be Jaden Ryan. And who we got? I think it's Troy Robertson. Who we got in face off? Never mind. It's Anderson.
It was Anderson. Mustangs had the puck. They fire it forward. It goes to Ben Malloy, and he'll flick it off the boards. He's going to have to retrieve it, and he does cut it off, and it's out of the zone. So Northstars get it up, and Luke Simpson beats the man to the puck. He's battling for it with Parker Thomas, one of the imports for the Mustangs. Left wing, Anderson cut off, gets it away though. Players for the Mustangs moving in. Jones taps it. He's down low, and he has the puck taken away from him. So Northstars starting off with a checking line here. They've got Ferrari, they've got Jaden Ryan, and Tim Stanger. So pretty fast line, but they're holding their scoring line in reserve. Not that Mustangs don't have it with Burke and Vyasov not they're on now. Jaden Ryan will dump it in. Lehman Waring will pursue the puck, and it goes down low, and he's hit in the boards by Tristan Darling. Cut off at the blue line, turn around, and the Northstars going to change them up. No, Lehman Waring goes back after he's touched up. Stick loose on the ice, and is picked up by Jamie Burke. Bumped off the puck there at the Mustangs blue line. Reaching behind me goes behind his Burke. And worrying. Pins him. Burke gets away. Gets past another player. Mustangs have an opportunity. Burke gets a nice pass away. Stops up. Isaacson looking for a screen. He's got a bit of one now. Takes it himself. And that's out of the zone for Damien Bright to pick up.
Yeah, interesting partnership there for the Northstars on defence with Matt Wittini playing with Matt Lindsay. Wittini normally a forward, so it'll be interesting to see how he handles that tonight. And Burke picked that up straight away and when he entered the zone. Very clever.
Northstars very fortunate to be able to call up Wittini out of East Coast Super League. He was intending to take the season off, play a bit of local hockey, and instead chance, backhand, and stopped by Dane Davis. First 2 minutes has ticked by. And that's chipped out of the Northstar zone and goes to Bright in his zone for the Mustangs. Semi Banker now on the ice, 2 minutes in. He's joined by Tesserick and Drolet. Brad Apps has that knocked off. He'll get it back, but loses it to Lindsay. He'll bank it off the boards. Trey Phillips is under pressure and bumped off the puck. Trey Phillips back after sustaining a neck injury a couple of weeks ago, and he seems okay. So Northstars have got some players back. They've got everyone back with Paddy Ward and Thomas Lander at this stage. Those are two very good players.
Whoops.
Yeah, bad pass. And Mustangs happy to dump that in and go for a change. So Lindsay will pick it up. He's got Banger out there with him and Drolet. Drolet with some speed up the left wing. It's going up the right wing. It's dumped in by Tesserick and Drolet will go in deep. Mustangs, however, cut it off. Northstars can pick it up in the neutral zone, and Jason Chalker does so. He's wearing 26. Normally he was 16, pardon me, is his traditional number. But another player was hoping to play East Coast this league and got called up. And very lucky the Northstars are to have him. That shot is high and wide and bounces off the glass and down to the Mustangs' end. And icing is therefore waved off. Nastiuk gets it away to his defenseman, and there's a forecheck by Simpson. Up the left wing they go. It's dumped in by the Mustangs, and Malloy will pursue. He has Anderson behind him. Stanger gets it away, but fortunately to empty ice. Jordan Owens gets a touch. Burke now on the right wing. Out of front, watch out for Biasov. He can score. Pardon me, Malloy will send it out. It's a neutral ice.
Very clever by Malloy. Called for the pass, and Biasov gave it to him. So well done, Bert.
I love it when the plan comes together.
Oh, yeah. But they were being stretched there, the Northstars. The Mustangs are coming out hard here. They're doing a good job.
Mustangs have definitely picked up, and I think probably in the last few minutes have gone from trailing to leading at least possession. Now they're in the attacking zone. Jordan Owens, very dangerous player. Tries to get it behind him with a sneaky move. Instead, the Northstars will pick it up, and Simpson waits. He's going to bank it off the boards, but it's cut off by Viasov. That's Southwood, a jester. And now it's gone to Simpson. He fakes.
Oh, unlucky,
and he
Simpson.
stands. Backhanded, bit of a screen, but no problem there for Nastiuk, and it stopped with 10:32 left in the first.
Yeah, the Northstars are coming up the ice very, very nicely. The transition through the neutral zone has been good. The speed through the neutral zone has been good as well too. That's really the first opportunity that Nastiuk has actually had to stop the puck tonight.
Yes.
So the defense for the Mustangs have done a wonderful job.
Face off to the left of Nastiuk, and it's a scramble. It's a mess. Northstars looks like they're going to win it eventually. It's off the side of the net, and it's chipped away by Pat Naden in 91. He gets another hack at it, gets it out in front, gets it again.
Oh, Pat Naden.
He's everywhere where he needs to be, even if he's not controlling it. He keeps on blocking it with his body. Down it goes into the Northstars' end, and Paddy Ward's back.
Yeah, it'll be good to see how he handles the speed of the game after being away for a couple of weeks now. But we've got a penalty coming.
Back before the end of the season. That's great news for the Northstars. It's only Tommy Lander they're missing now.
Yeah, we've got to
be back to a full complement.
Yeah, we've got a late hit coming on Liam Manwaring.
So first power play of the game will go to the Mustangs.
I always loved Liam's enthusiasm out in the ice, and he's such an aggressive player with great speed. But now with the rules, the way they've changed, you really need to know when to pull out of the hit and not continue with it.
I think he's done a pretty good job. He hasn't been penalised too often, and it's good to have someone willing to play that physical game.
Oh, what? McMahon, what a great play there to keep the puck in.
Sure was. Drolet off the right wing. He's got plenty of players to get around. Look at the moves. Gets it across Lindsay. He's got heaps of traffic now. bit of a hospital pass in the end, and so Henderson's going to bring it back.
Ooh,
and he's tripped up
got
by
him.
Lindsay, and
He's
that was
gonna
an
get a
easy
triple.
call. So it's going to be a 2-man advantage for 1 minute and 35 seconds for the Mustangs.
Yeah, Anderson for the Mustangs has gone over to Lindsay as well and said, look, mate, a bit unlucky there, but the call is made, so it's going to be a 5-on-3 here for the Mustangs. A great opportunity for them to crack the goose egg on the scoreboard for them at the moment. And a real challenge for the Northstars as well, too.
Yeah, all possible they want to avoid getting one down early in this game. Off the boards, and that was
call.
offside. This is great, Steve. I can see when it goes offside now.
That was very, very obvious, and the Mustangs aren't really complaining too much, even though the linesman was on the other side of the ice. It was pretty obvious that the puck had came out. But really good job there by Simpson to be able to tie the puck up on the right-hand side there.
1 minute 27 of 2-man advantage remains for the Mustangs. Jones has it. He taps it. He gets it back to Flack. Flack's been a real impact player for the Mustangs this year. A great player to bring in. And he's beaten there, but that's off the stick of Trey Phillips and into the corner. Nice pass.
Nice.
Not that nice. It went past McMahon and out into neutral ice. So down to 1 minute remaining now in this 5-on-3. McMahon with a puck.
The thing was that Phillips had his stick in the passing lane, so there was no lane there, so it had to come out. But here come the Mustangs now with Burke.
Burke setting up. Gets it back. Moving side to side. They've got a screen in front. 49 seconds remains in 5-on-3. Takes a shot.
Nice shot block there.
Cleared by Trey Phillips.
Wonderful, wonderful play.
And we tick down to 39. So the clock is ticking on this 5-on-3 advantage for the Mustangs. Thomas stops up inside the zone. Nice forward check by Delaney.
Oh, here he goes.
Away with it. He can beat the man. He's going to drive into Nastyuk. Fakes backhand. No. Save by Nastyuk.
Great save by Nasi. Great save.
Just tried a little backhand. Vyasov now has it though, and he needs to get back on side to Drolet after that rush. And it's loose again, but he's not going to chase that one. Down to 10 seconds left in the 5-on-3.
Yeah, that's offside. Good call, sir.
Offside. That's a mistake for the Mustangs. They've lost a little opportunity there.
I just love the way that both benches are on the blue lines here, so they get a great opportunity to see whether it's actually offside or not. And then the noise that comes from the bench when it is offside is phenomenal. It's fantastic. This is a great spot to be in, Pete. This is a great spot to be in.
Sure is. Still, we'll have the power play. The Mustangs have only got a few seconds of 2-man advantage. That's gone now as back on the ice goes Lehman Waring. But it's still a power play. They've got a good screen. Shot and a save by Davis with the pads. Players lost a stick for the Northstars. He gets it back. That was Manwaring. So Manwaring took a bad hit to the face, a double minor to the Dogs 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
And he required hospitalisation. It was pretty nasty. So shot and a save with Davis for the pads. In front, another shot. And got it through the pads that time, through the 5-hole. Mustangs get their lead. And the second penalty had not yet expired. It does now. So 1-0 lead for the Mustangs, 7:30 left in the first.
Davis so unlucky. He was a little bit deep in the net there, but so unlucky. And the Northstars as well. I mean, they battled so hard for that 2 minutes, basically, out of 5-on-3 to keep the Mustangs out, but it was just a really good shot. And unfortunately, Davis didn't have his stick in the right position and threw the stick through the 5-hole. 1-0 for the Mustangs.
It was just shuffling across to get in position when that happened, and that was when the shot went through the gap. Trey Phillips, nice pass under the stick there. Stanger, I think it is. Yes, it was. Mustangs, though, got a 2-man advantage, and they come. Here comes an extra trailer, and can't get that down. That's a bit hard to handle. Simpson tries to chip it out. Cholka will take it. He hands it off to Phillips, who's going to carry it. He's quite capable of scoring himself. Very adept at attack is Phillips. Drolet on the ice now. He waits up, holds defense for a moment, now calls for the puck. So Northstars quickly on the attack after being in their end with that double minor. Stanger, nice move. It's gone right through him. And Chalker's not as quick. He'll need to get back. He's got help from Phillips, who is very quick. Chalker, a little bit of frustration with that push. Oh, nice stick moves there by Jaden Ryan. And Stanger will need to beat his man in the puck. He doesn't, because that's Jordan Owens. He's not going to be easy to beat. Oh, nice hit down low. Newcastle need to break out their zone. They do now. Jen Ryan muscles it across the red line. And the Mustangs now have possession, though, in their own end.
Yeah, Drelay did a great job bringing the puck up the ice then, but unfortunately he just didn't have anyone with him. Banger was on the ice very slow on the changeover.
Jordan
Here come
Owens.
the Mustangs again.
Knocked off the puck. Brett Malloy.
Drelay
No
needs to
one
get
there.
off. He's had it.
Tesserick pursues Anderson in the corner. Picked up now by 26 Darling. Long pass goes under Viesov's stick. Out to play it is Davis. Viesov backhands, goes to Malloy. And out of the zone, Richie Tesserick with a burst of speed. He won't beat his man there. That's Parker Thomas. And Viesov's now on the counter attack. He's got Jones with him. Takes it deep. He's on his own. Now he's got some help coming. In front.
Oh,
They left that man alone. Christian Isaacson. Oh no, let's leave him alone in front of the net.
again.
Shot it and just wide. And once again, Northstars not mucking their man up in front of the net.
Defense needs to be lifting sticks there for sure.
Burke with a shot to the screen and it's knocked down by Davis. Isaacson now circles around. Northstars under pressure. Out to the far side. And doesn't get it through the screen. Bert Malloy knocks it down and Semi Banger will carry it out of the zone. He's going to chip it in. And that's a shift with their top line out. Northstars didn't get to use very effectively. They were defending the whole time. Burke.
Oh, Burke.
Gets around Simpson. Inside pass to Isaacson. He tries another pass and it's off a stick or skate and it goes wide. Northstars out of position again and Isaacson once again left alone in front of Davis.
As I said, they really need to lift sticks in Northstars. They're leaving too many guys free in front
Too
of the
much
net.
puck chasing at the moment. Time to use some hockey, head on a swivel sort of sayings. Get some cliches out. Because they're coming through at the moment. Simpson.
Well, this is where the
Jumps over the
Northstars
stick.
want the puck, of course, 200 feet away from their own zone, but now it takes a bad bounce off the boards. Here
That
comes
wasn't off
McMahon.
the boards, that was off the lining. Stay with the pads and gets it to safety. That went right past Gavin Bersher. He's the one wearing the fishbowl. Circling around. McDowell gets it to Bersher. Tries to send it in front and it's blocked with a skate there of Watini. Saved by Davis and he stops it with 3:36 and Northstars need to do something, Steve.
Oh, that's exactly what the Northstars needed, was Davis to hold that puck just then so they could reset. The last two shifts have not been strong in the defensive zone at all. You're right, they haven't been marking up. They haven't been playing their man-on-man. They normally play their box plus one wonderfully well, but they're not following it to the man-on-man scenario. So there's been a few blokes standing free, especially in front of the net. That's dangerous. They've been very lucky so far. It's still 1-0.
They sure have been. Shot and it's knocked down by Davis.
Davis is really battling now. It's fantastic stuff. He doesn't want anything else to come through him at all tonight.
Phillips, he's already had his share. There's already been plenty of scoring chances. That pass was a little, bit of a Hail Mary. It wasn't likely to come.
Oh, Drelay, great job.
Drolay gets it in front, but there's no one quite in position, so knocked down by Tesserick though, and Bagger will retrieve. He gets it to Drolay. Sneaking in his ward, chips it on net, and it's off a stick and goes high. Banger bumped into the boards by by Anderson. And now it's Owens carrying it out. Nice pass.
That's
Fancy
offside.
from Viesov, and he's
Ooh.
put him offside. No, not spotted. No.
Here go the Northstars.
Nick says it's okay. Tesserick's all alone. Northstars are changing, so Tesserick wastes time. He takes a shot, and it's stopped there by Nastia. Oh, a double hit there on Jordan Owens. Chance and close, and it's stopped there by Nastia.
Yeah, Southwood just needed to go upstairs on that rather than going down low, unfortunately.
Isaacson stops up, gets it across to Burke. He's got too many people to get around, and they're covering him now. Better defence since his last couple of shifts. Couple of collisions there between players, and quite happy to do it as Lehman Waring. Always wanted to take a hit or give one. And that's loose and goes past the net.
Alistair Rye is on the ice for his first shift in AIHL.
There he is. He's got a touch. He's going to chase it in on net. Oh, couldn't get it away past, I think it was Parker Thomas had him covered there. Chance for Bert Malloy, shot.
Oh,
and a save by Nastiuk.
What a great little debut there for Alistair Rye. I mean, the guy, he plays for me in the Newcastle Northstar midget under-18 team, and gee, he's fast, and he just showed that then so quick. Had the Mustangs, they didn't know what to do. The goaltender didn't know to come out. I can't remember who was going back for the Mustangs, but he was beaten. So Alistair Rye, very fast. He'd be very proud of himself for that. I'm proud of him too. Great job.
It's good having you here, Steve, with you. We know we need you to fill us in on all the up-and-comers. So that's our third rookie coming in this season.
Correct.
Chance in close. Northstars, though, can't get it through a sea of legs and sticks. Simpson battling, and he gets it in the corner. We'll dig it out, carry it into the circle. And stop a play. There's been an infraction. There's been a hooking call.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's on the Mustangs.
Yeah, like Simpson did a fantastic job around the net, and there's just nothing the Mustangs could do. Someone had to make some sort of a move, and unfortunately it was an infringement move, and it was definitely a big hook there on lane.
Mr. Erzen will set 2 minutes for hooking. 1:23 left in the first. It's 1-0 lead for the Mustangs.
Well, the Northstars now need to try and convert this power play. They got the right guys on the ice. They just need to score a goal.
Mustangs waved out. No, he just wasn't ready. Face off. Won by the Mustangs.
Clever play by Owens then.
And Isaacson cherry picking at the blue line. Bert Malloy's in first, but Isaacson in the power position.
Whoops.
Chance for the Mustangs. Messed by the Northstars. Shoots, and it's wide. Three Northstars and a goalie, nearly beaten by 2 Mustangs. Drolet into the zone. Got to get around Jordan Owens. He's not easy to shake off. He gets past 1, but not past 2. Bert Malloy now. To the blue line. Takes a shot to the screen, and it's wide. Calling for it is Tesserick. And another penalty coming.
Certainly looked
Davis
like
was out of the net, so it was a second infringement.
Well, it looked very much like a holding.
Yeah, it was, would have been down low there.
Deep in the zone, so we'll see if that is the actual call on Owens.
Yeah, against Drolet.
It is, yep. He just carried it on too long, that's all. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a little sneaky grab, but
well, you're supposed to rub him out on the board, but
correct.
You got to let him go after a while.
Yeah.
Can't put the handcuffs on him. So an opportunity, a 5-on-3 for the Northstars now. It's a pretty similar length, a little bit shorter than what the Mustangs had. Malloy with it right now. He gets it across to Drolet. Malloy. Phillips. And the shot is wide or off a stick. Pat Naden is the man making the screen. Drolet will swap position with Malloy. Trey Phillips. Great move of the puck. He's had the flu for weeks, and he's finally coming good. So just in time for finals. That shot is a bit high for Bort Malloy. Dug out there, and Bagger fighting for down low. Bagger is fighting hard. This means a lot to him this game. He wants some wins. Quick up there by Davis. He's gone right past 3 Northstars.
No, that was very clever by Davis. He saw there was 9 seconds to go, so he tried to get the puck up the ice quickly. But unfortunately, the Northstars weren't in the same thought process.
No, they weren't as prepared. So, Steve, your thoughts? I think it kind of went one bit of Northstars and mostly Mustangs, a bit of Northstars at the end. But
yeah, absolutely. And certainly the Mustangs had a great period in all seriousness, and they probably deserve the 1-0 lead that they hold at the moment. I mean, the goal that they scored was just after the power play had finished, so it was a 5-on-5 goal, but it came from what they have been doing so well in this period, in that they've been putting guys in front of the net. The Northstars haven't been able to take those guys, they haven't been lifting sticks, haven't been putting sticks in passing lanes. So the Mustangs have had the opportunities, and I tell you, they're very lucky. It's only 1-0. There was 2 other, Eriksson had 1 that should have been in the net. I mean, he's standing right there with an open net, and he just fluffed it. So it could be a lot worse than what it is at the moment. But the Northstars are playing well. There's no doubt about that. Well, they're playing well.
The defense has been a little shaky.
But they have it in the offensive zone, I was just about to add.
Okay,
but,
you finish your thoughts, Steve.
In the defensive zone, we are struggling. We really are struggling. And I'm sure Coach Kennedy is going to be talking about that at depth right now.
Yeah. Well, that's Ray Sheffield's area, his defensive coach. So, yeah, obviously they've got to mark their man up. Are the Mustangs rotating or wheeling or something where they're confusing the Northstars? Is that what they're doing? Or?
They've got movement, but they haven't got a lot of movement. So that's why it doesn't take much for you in the defensive zone to actually cover these guys. You just need to take a step as well too. At the moment, we're just not taking that step. And that's the problem.
What I saw Isaacson doing was simply seeing what the Northstars defenseman was looking at and put himself where he couldn't see.
Correct.
So the defenseman just needs to be aware of what's happening behind them.
It's what I call putting yourself into the quiet zone, where no one knows where you are.
Well, that's what Mr. Isaacson was doing very well.
He's doing that very well.
The Northstars are going to be looking for it.
Yeah, but the Northstars, they can bounce back from this easily. They've got so much offense and everything, it's no problem. It's just getting those little things right, because if you get your defensive zone right, you get the neutral zone right and you'll get the offensive zone right, but you've got to get the defensive zone right first. So that's going to be the struggle for this period. But as I said, I think the Mustangs deserve the 1-0. They had the better of that period.
Yeah, I think they had the better period for sure. We might, in the break, I'll have to check and see what's happening in Melbourne. We'll see what's unfolding there. So if the ice are up, makes this one even more exciting.
Correct, exactly right.
So we had another debut. We've had two other debuts this year. We had Connor Schultz and Thomas Kalinick come down from Queensland.
Yep.
Connor Schultz is one of your boys.
Yeah.
And now we've got Alistair Ryan tonight.
Correct. Connor Schultz would probably still be playing if he hadn't hurt his leg and playing for New South Wales in the Tange Under-18 National Championships. He's going to be out still probably for another 3 or 4 weeks. Very unlucky for him. And it was such an innocuous injury. It just happened at a face-off, just fell over and did the ligaments in his ankle. So very unlucky. Yeah. But Alistair Rye has been one of my favourites for quite some time now. Very smart player.
Are you allowed to have favourites, Steve?
Yeah, no, not allowed to, yeah. But I mean, he's very, very quick on the ice, very, very smart. And I just like the way that doesn't matter what you ask him to do, he will do it. And I'm sure Coach Kennedy will have the same impression of him as well too. I mean, he's been practicing with the AIHL team pretty much all season, so they know what he can do and they'll know what his speed is. But it's his ability to read the situation. As we saw there, he almost got a breakaway just from reading the situation and having the puck land where he was. And it wasn't done by accident. It was done by purpose. And that's why I like Alistair. The only problem he's going to have, and he's had it pretty much his whole hockey career, is he's about 4'3". Yeah. So he's not a big guy, so that's why he needs his speed. And he's shown that already tonight.
Yeah, I thought they left some of the kids on that pick up the pucks.
Now that's very cruel, Pete. That's very cruel. Yeah.
No, he does look quite young though.
Yeah, and he deserves this opportunity. I mean, if Alistair wants to, he can be a North Star for a long time. Because again, he's got the speed, he's got the shot, and he's got the hockey sense. So it's
what I saw from his first shift, it looks really good.
Yeah.
He had a big burst of speed there, and he was willing to put it on the line. He dived out there and tried still to get his stick on it to get a shot away.
Correct. Yep.
So I mean, that's that desire and the skills of the speed. And the rest he can develop as he goes on with this team.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
his older brother Timothy was also an extremely good player, and he's playing overseas at the moment and hasn't really tried to crack the North Star organisation. So certainly his mum Angela will be very happy that Tim had that opportunity, but now Alistair is out there doing it.
We better put him on a contract, or someone might pick him up.
Correct.
We've seen it this year. We've had Jake Ratcliffe. We've had guys like Thomas Flack. These players that we really haven't heard about, that have been juniors and have gone to play overseas, they come back and they're superstars. So,
correct.
We'll see what they can do in the second period when we return. So at the moment it's a 1-0 lead for the Mustangs. We're going to cross to Mickey. She's got an interview right now. We'll catch you in the second period real soon.
Hi, my name is Vicky Holmes and I'm here with Alistair Rye. Alistair, this is your first AIHL game. How do you feel it's going?
Oh yeah, I'm absolutely stoked. It's a pleasure to be here. Dream come true.
Oh, awesome. And how do you feel that you're playing? Sorry, that happens all the time. But how do you feel you're playing today?
Oh, well, obviously, there's things I can work on, but overall I'm happy with my performance.
Oh, perfect, great job. And so where have you come from?
Central Coast, just down south. So, yeah, I've been playing midgets here for the past few years, and it's been good fun.
Oh, awesome. Well, we're really happy to have you, but good luck with the rest of the game. Thanks for chatting with us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Back everyone to Hunter Ice Skating Stadium for this AHL game. We've got a 1-0 lead for the Melbourne Mustangs over the Newcastle Northstars, our host here. And Steve, after we think we're both kind of agreeing that was kind of the Mustang, that was more the Mustangs period than the Northstars in that one?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they did a really, really good job on the power play opportunity that they had, the 5-on-3, and now the Northstars have an opportunity to do exactly the same thing for another 36 seconds. So if they can get the goal back in this period, then it's certainly going to make the game where it should probably be, evenly balanced.
So I haven't seen any scores yet from Ice Thunder. I wasn't sure if it was going to be in Melbourne or Perth tonight, so I had an idea it was Melbourne, but I'm probably wrong. With that case, the game will be later. So Semi Banga fights off Isaacson, gets around the boards, and Droley waits for it at the half boards. Zamboni doors there. Shaken loose, Isaacson will pursue, and Banga also after it, but it's gone around the boards and out of play. No?
Yeah, it just come off the boards and went up into the netting.
Right.
And officials were very quick on that and saw it straight away. It was a very clever play by Droley to try and use his body to protect the puck on the boards. But the man is even better. He knew which way he was going to go and he stopped the play from happening. And they almost got it out of the zone. Very good defensive play by McMahon. Good face-off win.
Malloy with the puck. Still 12 seconds of 5-on-3, so it's been a bit broken. The Northstars haven't had great use of this two-man advantage. There's not much of it left. 6 seconds now. Phillips gets down low, and we'll see this extra man penalty as he comes back on ice. That being a number 9, Lane. Well, I thought it was Andrew. No, it was Andrew Jackson Lane. Pardon me. Malloy.
Really, the secret of any power play is to make sure you shoot the puck, and the Northstars just haven't been able to get any shots away here.
It's also good to possess the puck sometimes.
Yeah.
At the moment, the Mustangs have got all the possession. So, yeah, Northstars.
Nice.
Oh, Semi Banga will intercept. Takes a shot and just wide at the top corner. It's deflected out of play, so we've got to face off. And they've still got 7 seconds of power play to make amends.
This game is a game of centimetres, isn't it? I mean, that hit the crossbar and went out. I mean, if you just dropped that just a fraction more, then we would be talking a 1-1 hockey game. But the great play by Banga to see the pass coming over, cross-ice pass, and being able to grab it and make the best of it.
Face off, Newcastle win it. Jordan Owens, 3 seconds till he jumps, and he won't go yet because there's a stopper play with a second left to power play for the Northstars.
You know what I liked about that, Peter? There was actually a shot at the net. That was wonderful. I mean, it didn't go in, but at least anything can happen if you put the puck on the net.
Face off is waved off.
Notice Jaden Ryan is playing a lot of centre tonight. He's normally been playing on the wing for the Northstars this season, and he's done a really good job.
Owens back on ice. Simpson gets the puck, gets around one man. Can't backhand it, but it's loose and stopped by Nastyuk.
Ryan. Jaden Ryan knows that he should have put that on the 5-hole because that's where the gap was. The goaltender did not have his feet in the right position, and unfortunately he hit him in the emblem, so it was unlucky.
So Mustangs made good with their power play. The Northstars have not, and so it's a 1-0 lead for the Mustangs still, and we've got 13.5 minutes to go in the second period. Backhand pass is good to McDowell. Into the zone come the Mustangs. The pass on McDowell was good, but couldn't direct it on net. He has the puck stolen.
A good little reverse.
Martini got a good hockey head on his shoulder still. Backhand. Jaden Ryan carries it through past McMahon.
Get it in front.
In front of danger save by Mercy right on the doorstep, and that was the Mustangs who weren't watching.
Good play by Simpson to see Stanger there and to actually delay the pass until he knew that it was going to get a clear stick to him. Unfortunately for Stanger, he couldn't angle the puck to get to a spot in the net that was open.
It was very close to Nastyuk, so he couldn't really lift it. Face off. Newcastle win it eventually.
Looks
Pat
like
Naden
penalty
off.
coming up against the Mustangs here. That'll be a hooking call. Again, the speed of Pat Naden, that's what I love about the kid. He's so fast. And unfortunately there, McMahon couldn't stay with him and ended up getting the penalty. Oh, sorry, it's not McMahon.
It's Damien Bright.
No, it's Damien Bright. Sorry, Damien Bright. It was the beard that got me.
Oh, yeah.
And a 10-minute misconduct.
Oh, okay. So it must have been a bit of feedback for the referee.
I don't know if it was constructive, Peter.
I don't know if Rick carries around any feedback forms. I think it's unlikely. Jamie Burke isn't happy with that one. He's doing the extended head shake as he heads to the bench.
No, he's giving them a double minor.
Okay, so he's got a 2-minute misconduct and a 10 on top of that. So it's a 4-minute power play for the Northstars.
They really need to make the best of this, Peter.
They sure do.
Whoops.
And then he went the other way with Isaacson, very dangerous man to give away a puck to. Malloy gets the pass Isaacson, and that's off the skate of Drolet and out of play. So stop a play in neutral zone.
Yeah, very, very unlucky there. Drolet was definitely gone. And really, the power play, what you want to be doing is entering the zone with speed. And Drolet certainly had speed then. So just unlucky for the Northstars. But still 3 minutes and 44 seconds to go in the power play. They got lots of opportunity, lots of time here. I just would like to see them get the puck on the net a little bit more than what they're doing at the moment. Our referee, Rick West, is explaining the situation to the Mustangs bench.
Here we go, face off, centre ice. Won by the Northstars this time, Bert Malloy first to it. Northstars up the left wing, Ray Phillips sends that back to Malloy. He's going to triangulate it and send Drolet in instead. He goes across the blue line, setting up. Gets it to Banger, goes through the skates, he retrieves the puck. Does he get it past Owens? No, he's going to send it back instead. Drolet Banger in front is Naden. Taking the licks for his team. Calling for it is Phillips. Gets it in close. Banger can't put it away. Had it well positioned there on the far side of Nastic. Phillips and Naden both go down trying to make that play, but they do keep the puck alive.
I love the desperation there, Peter. That was brilliant.
It sure was. Malloy gets it to Phillips with a shot and a save by Nastic with the left pad. Anderson now. Pinned by Naden. Jordan Owens backs it off the boards and down it goes to the far end. Running for it is Dane Davis. Malloy now skates it forward. We've got 2 minutes and 43, so the first penalty is a pass halfway done. Malloy can't drag it through.
Thomas did a great job stopping Malloy then. Otherwise, Malloy was ruined straight to the net.
I don't know if he's quite the dangler, though. He's not the toe dragon type.
Well, he's a defenseman, really. He does his best when he
plays
forward.
He's smarter than that, isn't he? Northstars can bring it forward. Lindsay stops up. I'm seeing some pretty shady-looking mows out there on both teams there, Steve. Mm-hmm. Looks like your young fella has got one going. And I see Jamie Burke's got one, so it seems to be the final scene. Simpson takes it in the right wing, goes down the middle, and he can't shake off all those plays, but Jaden Ryan's there to help. Ooh, went to the boards hard than Waring. As goes back to Matt Lindsay. That's definitely a shady looking mow he's got there. Yeah. Jaden Ryan spins about.
They need to get the puck out wide and put it on someone's stick so they can shoot the puck.
Mustangs just cutting them off, trying to come around the outside all the time. Ryan spins around.
That's better.
Driving towards the net. Tesserick tries a short side and no problem for Nastiuk. But flung down ice and Dane Davis makes a stop, looking for a quick up. He does get it to Tesserick, but he's got traffic to worry about. He fights the man off and keeps going.
Tesserick.
He can protect the puck like few players have seen in this league.
Oh, we just needed to get that
Isaacson gets it away. Thomas with a nice move, but he's put his teammate offside.
Well, they always say don't make the move at the blue line because you can guarantee you're going to go offside. That's exactly what he did. I like the desperation from the Northstars. They're trying to get the puck and trying to make something happen with it, but they're just still not getting that puck possession and getting the shots on net that they really need. If you're not going to pressure, you're not going to score. So, and pressure comes after, possession comes after you put that pressure on.
Well, I wasn't hallucinating. The game is in Melbourne tonight, not in Perth, so I had that right. I haven't seen any score updates yet, so I'm really interested to see how much this game means. Well, both teams are going to want to win anyway. Phillips gets it to Banga. Phillips now walks the blue line. Banga goes around to Drolle at the far side. Backhands. Banga and Naden nearly collide, and that's going to be a penalty. No.
Accidental, Peter.
That was, I reckon that was an easy one. Must have been obscured. Phillips now. Gets the blue line. He gets it back to Drolle. Here's a chance with the screen. No, it's going to try down low. Banga. 4 seconds. Drolle. Can't bring it in front. He does. He can't put it away. And here comes
Naden, unlucky.
Damien Bright. So after all, some good chances for the Northstars, but 4 minutes doesn't come through, and a late shot on net there, well after the whistle, does not impress Bert Malloy. He's not very happy with it at all.
Yeah, Damien Bright's not stepping back either. He's into it. But yeah, it was a little bit poor. I mean, the play had been well and truly finished. There was no need to take that extra shot.
It was 1 or 2 seconds after the play had stopped.
So it'll be interesting to see how the officials call this and which way they're going to go. Probably deserves a couple of minors for roughing.
Minors. Or maybe, so Bright's going to go again. So that was for the shot. It'd be an unsportsmanlike, I'd say.
Yep.
And then I'd say Bert Malloy will get 2 or 4 for roughing. That's probably how it'll go.
Well, it'll be interesting to see just which way they call it, because it's not necessarily a penalty for taking a bit of a shot at the net after the whistle. Normally you might get a bit of a talking to, but it's normally not a penalty. Whereas coming through and hitting someone after the whistle can tend to cause the ire of the officials.
At least it's brought these 2 roommates together.
Yeah.
The 2, Matt Lindsay and McMahon.
Yep.
So they were roommates, if I remember right, in Serbia.
Yep. That sorted it out. McMahon shaking his head though. 5-on-5. So coincidentals.
That's how we like it.
Alistair Rye is on the ice again.
So the young fella gets another shift.
Need another defenseman out there. Still trying to work out who should be going. Paddy
Sean
Ward.
Jones is like, this guy's. Are you sure you should be out here? No, I think he's given a bit of encouragement actually.
Oh, unlucky.
But I do say that jersey looks very big on him. So 15's what our rookies have worn this year, or 3. Lehman wearing busting his chops, chasing after Parker Thomas. He played in Sweden last off-season for us, Northern Hemisphere season. Paddy Ward back in the Northstars. That's a great addition for them before finals.
And it's getting that defensive course standardised and solid is going to be necessary. Oh,
Alistair Ryan had a bit of an opportunity as player went down, but he blocked him with his body as he felt. Was it Parker Thomas felt? Flack with the puck right out. Right towards the, he's got some help coming in late. Chance, and it's wide. Sean Jones there, just put it a bit wide.
Oh, unlucky.
Touches it filled, but it's going straight back to the Mustangs' defence. 7:35 left in this period. We're at the halfway point. And still 1-0 lead. Just the Mustangs with that power play goal in the first period. Northstars have had plenty of opportunities. They've had 4 power plays and not scored on them. Fakes. Isaacson tries the backhand. It goes wide, so he chases it himself. Cut off there, the pass. Goes Jaden Ryan. Vyasov. Gets past one man, can't get past two. Good
This
pass.
would be a good
by
opportunity here. Perfect.
Jets.
Oh, unlucky.
Simpson reaches for it, but can't get a stick on it.
Great heads-up play there by Lindsay, but Simpson just couldn't quite get it. It would have been spectacular if it came off, Peter.
Sure would. Up the left wing goes Burke. He's going to drop it off for Isaacson and head to the net himself. Available for the pass. Chance with a screen, and it's a stop there by Davis.
Beautiful the way Davis came across on that to make sure it wasn't going up over his shoulder. Beautiful play. And to be able to do that through all the traffic that was in front of him was very good. I mean, he's a great goaltender. That was sensational.
So we've got, it's Drole, Tesserick, and Banger now. So they're changing the lines up a little. Face off, won by the Mustangs. Northstars steal it though, so Trey Phillips is going to carry it. He gets it away to Banger. Banger with some speed, takes a shot as high. Drole gets to it in the corner. Banger now with the puck. Got some help there on the blue line with Tesserick. He's going to swap positions, and the pass though, due to the interference of Bersher, is cut off. Now Drole, he's got some space, but he hands it back to Phillips, who had heaps of traffic to worry about. Phillips through the screen, and saved by Nasiuk twice, as Banger couldn't get a clean shot away. 6:04 left in a second.
Perfect play there by Trey Phillips. And when you're up high, the important thing is to get the puck low, so there's going to be a rebound, and that happened. Unfortunately, Sam Banger couldn't quite get his stick down on it to be able to make the scoreboard click over and make it 1-1. But I like the pressure that Northstars put on there. It was great transition through the neutral zone. They were so fast that they got that opportunity. Just slightly different entries that both teams are making into the zone. Mustangs are the old second guy hard to the net, third guy high, and they're getting some opportunity from that. The North Stars are coming through in waves.
Mustangs have the puck right now. Trying to break out, but there's an aggressive forecheck from the North Stars. Now they do when they go in the left wing option. Darling with a nice pass. Now it's bounced off the stick, and there's some bit of room for Pat Naden. He's got Manwaring inside of him. Takes a shot, and it's an easy save for Nasiuk, and the two North Stars nearly come together. Jones, backhander, nearly cut off by the Jester. And there's been a penalty in the back play between Manwaring and who was that?
Tristan Darling.
Tristan Darling, okay, yep.
He obviously didn't like the bumping going on in the corner on the hit down there when the North Stars were putting pressure on and Manwaring came through. So
he took the law into his own hands.
Yeah, he did. Unfortunately, the referee, or unfortunately for him, the referee was right there. So,
okay, well, the news is not good for the Mustangs. The Thunder ahead 2-0 in Melbourne. And that last one came through a few seconds ago. So, probably in the second period by now.
Well, Lindsay's been dropped on this power play because Malloy is still in the penalty box.
Yeah, we're there at Trey Phillips. Hoping now Trey's over he's had injuries and he's had the flu, he's had everything since he's got here. That game he played against the Ice Dogs here a few weeks ago was absolutely amazing. So we haven't really seen it from him since, and hoping we'll see it tonight or tomorrow, or especially next weekend, of course.
Next weekend is when it all matters.
Lindsay goes back to get that as he asks off with an aggressive forecheck and very effective the other way.
Got away with that.
Yes. Breakout's now working. Naden pass inside and goes off the skate, I think, and misses everybody. Goes back to Lindsay. He's the last man though, so he's going to send it back. Drole's got Naden with him. Into the zone they go. Drole with some nice moves. And he can stick handle that guy. Gets it back. Phillips waits for it. Out of the skates. And that's pass. Uses the body there to protect it, does Lindsay, and keeps it alive. But the Northstars are not getting effective power play time again. Haven't been scoring. This is their, fifth attempt?
It's just getting the puck on the net. That's been the thing that's missing.
Well, there's one.
Well done, Phillips.
Phillips just knocks it down. Great hand-eye coordination. Redirect attempt, and can't get through the crowd. It's Sammy Banger. Just does not give up on a play. Phillips now again. Once again involved. He's got Lindsay backing him up. Lindsay waits. He's going to hand it off. No, takes a shot through the screen, and it's deflected wide off the body. Banger backhands it. Gets it back to Naden. He spins around. He's got Drolet down in the office. Banger's taking his position down in the Gretzky's office, I used to call it. That shot is a good one, but stopped by Nastiuk. 4 seconds remains in this power play. Drolet turns a puck. Banger gets it in front, and it's off a stick and bouncing around. Lindsay to it first. Bounces it off the balls. Both teams changing. Into the zone because McMahon. It was Southwood. Anderson skating onto it. Going to have to beat Kesselrick. Simpson getting in there. Northstars are doing better at 5-on-5 than they were 5-on-4 at the moment.
They're just getting each other's road a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, well, they're doing that on the power play too. Now the Mustangs are taking a turn. Thomas, backhand.
2-on-1.
Flat, 2-on-1, yeah. And they've gone offside. That is a coach killer, Stephen.
Oh, boy, oh, boy.
Don't go offside on a 2-on-1.
I tell you, Shane Southwood, his eyes would have gone his biggest source of plays then when he realised he was the only man back to take that 2-on-1. He hasn't played a lot of defence this season, and I'm sure he was giving little prayers as he was skating backwards, and sure enough, God has helped him and came up with a offside.
Oh, Daniel Bora, 11-2.
Well, we've got Hamish Powell taking his first shift tonight.
He has. He's been off. I think he was sick as well. I know he had an injury earlier on, but it's been Northstars' second half of the season. And now it's the Northstars' turn to go offside, and a very, very loud and affirmative whistle there from Nick Air.
Yeah, he called it all right. And Jaden Ryan is just bemused a little bit because he knocked it out of the air whilst he was still inside his zone, so he kind of thought it was okay, but anyway,
well,
the linesman didn't.
That's it. Can't say it's not consistent.
Good face-off win. It's good to see Malloy back on the ice too.
Off the boards, and Jaden Ryan will pursue. That's going to be Jordan Ryan too.
Oh!
Jordan Owens. Backhand, and it goes across Nastiuk and picked up by the Mustangs. Now it's Bershaw. He's going to drop and run. Into the corner it goes. Hamish Powell to it first. Mustang trying to bring it in front. They haven't had too much of this time lately. Shot on net doesn't make it through to Davis. Pardon me. Checking in the ball in the corner. I put my tongue back in.
That was Hamish Powell who did that shot block. So he's been involved in everything. Great forecheck, shot block, everything.
Jordan Owens, been a great asset for the Mustangs. Been a great player. He was just newly arrived last time when the Mustangs got here. They did beat the Northstars in that game. Shot and a beautiful glove save by Davis. And
that was a
is offering him a dance.
That was wonderful glove save there by Dane Davis. It was hard to see the puck because there was bodies all around in front of him, but he was able to see it all the way through to his glove. It made it look easy in the end, but I mean, it was a great save. And then, of course, Jamie Burke, being the player that he is, got right in his face, and Dave Ferrari said, no, I'm not interested in this, get out of my way. And, of course...
He did?
Jamie was always going to push back on that, so it wouldn't surprise me if they both get a couple for roughing here. They'll stay 5-on-5.
They'll both play their roles.
Well, a great swap for the Northstars, though, because Dave Ferrari, whilst a good, solid defenseman,
well, they've got extra help at the moment in defence.
Jamie Burke is a wonderful offensive player for the Mustangs.
It's funny, most players, when they go to the Bucks, they shut up now because it's over. But you won't see these two stopping.
Absolutely not.
I think Dave's is going to smile at him. But, like I said, I think he got the trade he wanted.
Well, Dave, of course, came from Melbourne, so he would have played against Jamie Burke a few times in the past.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Jamie as a great prospect when he was playing for Melbourne Ice or one of their juniors.
Yep.
And that was back in 2009, I think. So, yeah, they would have known each other in those back in the noughties.
4-on-4. Calling it 4-on-4.
So the not coincidental. It'll be 4-4. And the face-off will be to the right of Dane Davis. We're still at a 1-0 lead, though, for the Mustangs. And there's 1.5 minutes just under that left here in the second period. So the Bears are leading against the Adelaide Adrenaline 2, Steve. For us, it's all 3-0.
Yeah, I think we would expect that to happen.
Adelaide are travelling with a pretty short bench and a very young bench. So I wish them all the best. They're going to be a fantastic team in a few years.
In a few years,
They've got
correct.
such great young guys.
I'm sure they wish they could just fast forward now.
Well, yeah, it's just a shame they didn't have some more senior players to carry them through.
Oh, that's tripping, yeah.
Accidental, but very easy to call. The stick took the skates right out. And now we've got a 5-on-3 and an extended one, although we will have a period break in the middle unless the Northstars cancel some of them out with some goals.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Peter. I mean, there's been a couple of instances in this game that very similar to what happened then with Sean Jones, and they've been allowed to keep going. But I think because of the kerfuffle that we had with Ferrari and Burke, the officials are being a little bit stricter on what's happening.
The Northstars have had heaps of power play time and they haven't scored yet. They need to do better than that. This was a red-hot power play early in the season, and they need some confidence back and get some shots on. Banga, just not working for him. It's bounced off the stick. Jolie pursues Parker Thomason to in behind the net. Knocked down by Banga.
Good skill.
Yeah, amazing hand-eye. One to Malloy. He gets it across. Trey Phillips looking to pick a hole. He gives it to Banga, but it's off a skate and bounces out of the zone. So Malloy's got a foot race on against McMahon. He's going to bank it off for Jolie. He's going to backhand it. Somebody Banga will
Needs to get it to the middle. Oh.
Bouncing around, so Trey Phillips can't direct it on there. It bounces by. And we're down to 20 seconds in the period. Isaacson can cut that off. He's got to get around Malloy. Fakes him.
Great save,
gets
Davis.
A shot away at Davis with a blocker save. In the corner, we've got 10 seconds remaining. So not much chance for anyone to score yet now. And stop the play.
Yep.
Nearly 4 seconds remains.
Yeah, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. Parker Thomas just stood up on Banga, so he wasn't going to be able to get any opportunity. So we've got just less than 4 seconds. I don't think there's going to be another opportunity somewhere, Peter.
No, I've seen goals scored in 7, but not in 4 or 3.5. And that'll see out the second period here. So we remain 1-0 lead for the Melbourne Mustangs, Steve. So a bit more even period, although largely it was due to the fact that the Northstars were able to draw lots of penalties out of the Mustangs. Some of them were pretty easy when it was a pretty obvious infraction, and others, circumstantial.
Well, I think the Northstars will be kicking themselves going in the dressing room now, and I'm sure Coach Kennedy will be speaking about that as well too. The opportunities that they had on the power play to get ahead in this game has been wonderful. I mean, certainly they've deserved the penalties that have come to them. There's not like they've been very, very lucky or anything. They've been deserved, but they've got to convert on those. And I mean, I think in all seriousness, we can count on one hand the number of shots that actually went in that time. And
Scoring
you're just not going to score if you're not shooting the puck.
Yeah.
So it's exactly what you said during the call, and it's that confidence thing. You've got to have the confidence to want to shoot the puck, not the confidence to pass the puck away. You've got to have the confidence to shoot the puck. And that just seems to be missing slightly from the power play. Yeah. And I'm surprised because we've got some really great players out on the ice there. And you would think that they'd be wanting to score. Banga had 2 brilliant opportunities, crossbar on one and just over the net on the other. So he just needs to dial that down just a fraction. And hey, we could have had a 2-1 hockey game.
Yeah, we could have, yeah. Well, they definitely had the opportunities. If they don't win tonight, it's their fault for not converting on power plays. They've had heaps of opportunities there. So, let's see what they can do with that confidence. And it'll probably take 1 goal and they'll be all right.
Correct. It might be just a subtle change, move up player, move a position on the power play for one of the players so someone gets into a different shooting lane or something like that. Something's just got to change. It's got to happen,
Mustangs have been happy to mix it up tonight. They've been pretty aggressive and physical, and they lead the game still.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nassim's been very good in that.
Well, it hasn't hurt them, obviously, in the little kerfuffles that they've been having. What it has helped is pull their team together, say, hey, we're going to stand up to this, so let's keep putting the pressure on the Northstars and see what happens. The coach certainly will be very, very happy with the way they've been killing all the opportunities that Northstars have had. But I mean, they just look really comfortable, the Mustangs. Everything seems to be working for them. Coming out of their zone, they're doing it well. They're making passes in front of their own net, but they're that confident someone's going to get it, and they're coming out of the zone so quickly. And they're putting pressure on the Northstars. Dane Davis has stood up again. Yep. I mean, that last stick save he made was sensational, and they needed that. Eriksson was in on him, so anything could have happened, but he just made it look so good. It was fantastic.
So Northstars went terrible. They definitely need to do better. Mustangs have been doing quite well.
Yep.
A couple of flaws, but Northstars have had more. So we can call that a Mustangs period.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they're still ahead 1-0. So and when I say that, it wasn't so much they dominated the play, but they were able to kill the penalties. You know.
Yeah,
so
well, they gave away 2 penalties for it to be an outright win. But,
yes.
But they, from what they did with those penalty kills and the opportunities they still generated, they looked very good.
They're a good hockey team. They're a really good hockey. They're going to trouble anyone in the playoffs. There's no doubt. Assuming they get there, but they're going to trouble anyone in the playoffs. So
a lot of people say that they're probably one of the better opportunities to beat the Braves should they come through. I agree with that, but they've dropped too many games on the way.
Yeah, well, they're just so solid. You know, as I said before the game even started, their scoring is right across the lineup. It's not 2 guys, 1 guy, whatever. It's right across the lineup. So it doesn't matter who's out on the ice. You've got to have your head up and be really, really aware. The Northstars did a lot better job in the defensive zone that period than what they did in the first period. But that was also helped by a number of penalties that they actually were able to get. So you don't have to worry about your D-zone so much when you're on the power play. But I think that was good. So now it's just a matter of, you get the D-zone right, now let's get the offensive zone right. Let's get those entries right, and let's start putting pressure on the Mustangs, which isn't coming at the moment.
Yeah. Well, they really will need that confidence boost, because they're going to come up against, when they come against the Bears or the Thunder, or should they make it through to CBR Brave, it's going to be hugely about confidence. And they need to patch it up this weekend, ready for next weekend.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is a really, really tight game. Again, against Adelaide, no disrespect to Adelaide, won't be as tight, so they might be able to try a few things, but they won't have the pressure on them. The pressure is coming in this game, so it's how they handle the pressure in this game which is going to be the clue to how they go into the finals.
Yeah. All right, well, as we mentioned, both goalies having a really solid game, and we have another shift out there for Alistair Rye, and we did really well. You just smiled and you enjoyed it.
Well, that's right. I just, as I said, I love the way the kid plays hockey. He's so enthusiastic. I mean, there's so many wonderful things about Alistair Rye. He's one of those kids at the end of practice is always on one knee picking up all the pucks. Right. He's always the one to make sure, Coach, can we go out? Can we go out? You know, he's always make sure that he knows when he can go out. So he's just the kid that you want to have, the player you want to have on your team. He's great in the dressing room as well, too. Again, big smile on his face. And he's always got the guys focused. Even though he's not wearing a letter on the team, he's always got the guys focused when they're in the dressing room. So he's going to be a great pickup for the Northstars in the future.
All right. Well, that'll do us for this second period. We'll be back for the third period pretty soon. We've got Mickey ready for another interview, so we'll see you back here for the third, and it's the Mustangs leading 1-0.
Hi, I'm Mickey Holmes, and I'm bedside here with Paddy Ward. Paddy, it's been a really tough game, bit of a slow start, and the Mustangs are leading 1-0. What do you think's going to happen in this third period?
It's been a kind of slow game, a lot of penalties, so and the Mustangs are obviously fighting for their life here, so we just need to try and stick to our simple game, and it's kind of a hard weekend, you know, you got to get ready for the playoffs, so just plug away and hopefully we get some goals this last period, you know.
Perfect, awesome, and it has been a bit of tension out there on the ice. There's been a few tussles. What do you think the guys are going to do to try and stay out of that in the third period?
Yeah, well, obviously you got to be smart. You can't get involved in the ref might miss the first one, but you have to be sensible and not react. You know, you got to protect yourself, but not be silly.
Well, good luck. Thank you so much for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Hunter Scanning Stadium. We have a 1-0 lead for the visitors, the Melbourne Mustangs, and the Newcastle Northstars, of course, on 0. This game, well, its meaning is starting to drift away as the Melbourne Ice Steve lead the Thunder. Let's try again. The Perth Thunder lead the Melbourne Ice 5-1, and I think they're close to the second intermission right now. So that was a game that the Mustangs needed the Thunder to lose.
Yep.
So I don't think it's going to change much what's happening on the ice. They might not even be aware. They might have given themselves a social
media blackout.
So you just play their best game and see what happens.
And you know what they're doing, Peter? They're playing their best game. They're really playing well tonight. I'm hoping that we get a good period of 5-on-5 hockey, because I really would like to see what the Northstars are going to bring with the playoffs coming up.
Well, it's not going to start 5-on-5 because there's still a power play and +2. There weren't not coincidental penalties that happened in the same play to tick away. But right now, the Mustangs are killing away some time. They've got about 15 seconds remaining on this man disadvantage, 4-on-3, and then they'll go to 4-on-4. Oh, this will be a short
play by Droulet.
Sammy Banger rings a board, rings a bell there, Droulet.
That's a Stephen Lindsay shot. Here comes Droulet now. Beautiful.
Phillips tries to get it through to Droulet. Probably should have shot there. Into the corner they go. Tesrick out the corner. He's got some help coming. Stuffs it close.
Great goal.
Malloy with a goal. Sneaks in behind the play, and the captain gets the Northstars back up.
You're exactly right, Peter. He just crept in. And I think it was Banger saw him standing there just in front of the net. Goaltender was way too deep, gave too much room, and I'll tell you, Rob Malloy is too good. If you're going to give him that much room, he's going to score on you.
They're all bunched up in the corner, and Mustangs were out playing the Northstars, but Richie Tesseric's so slippery. He gets out and sees Malloy coming in, and he puts it between the pads there, and that's the Northstars equalise. So now we got 19 minutes and 6 seconds, 1 goal each.
A good play there by Sammy Banger. I know Tessery was hanging around, and he just pumped it up the boards to him so he could get the shot away. So really good goal, really well-crafted goal.
So I think Max Pearl saying that he thought that he had a foot in the crease. Now, I couldn't see that from the replay, although I wasn't looking at his feet, but I don't think he had one in as he released. And Mustangs have been called for 2 minutes for Isaacson from the bench there.
And that's a big, big miss for the Mustangs. Isaacson, I've loved his play tonight. He's been so clever around the puck. They're going to really, really miss him. But this is the opportunity the Northstars needed to get ahead 2-1.
The Mustangs have every opportunity to win this game. They've just got to
discipline, mate.
Wipe the slate. And in many ways, they are winning this game. They're winning a lot of the battles. Anderson's carrying the puck. And he gets, he's dropped that one though, and Luke Simpson will pick it up. Doesn't hit the stick of Tesserich, and it's loose, and that stick will fire it off to Jordan Owens. Jordan Owens reverses, and the other goes for Parker Thomas around the boards. Simpson keeps it in at the blue line. Gets a deft little pass across to Lindsay. Keeps it alive. Tesserich. He's got Jaden Ryan sneaking in. And Waring hands it off to Simpson. Fakes. Takes a shot. It's off the skate. And Sean Jones can't get out of the zone. Kept alive by Ryan. Takes a hard hit there and can't keep it in the zone. There's a clearing attempt.
Good play there by Liam Manway. Just passed it way too hard, that's all. It had to be perfect on a stick, and it wasn't that.
Northstars have changed lines, most of them anyway. So they're completing the change. Banger and Drolet now on. And here comes Jaden Ryan, and that's probably going to be Pat Naden on. Burst of speed, Drolet into the zone. reverses for Banga. Fighting off the check there of the Mustangs. Drolet protects the puck as he does so well. Lindsay, Drolet calling for it to Simpson. He's at the blue line, taking the spot of Trey Phillips.
Yeah, he's got to move.
Gets it to Lindsay through the screen, and it's just wide.
Needs to get here. Unlucky.
Lindsay can't keep that one in the zone, so Northstars will have to change up. Phillips on now. Banger. Simpson's back on after having a brief rest. And Phillips too.
5 on 5, Pete. 5 on 5.
Pardon me, Simpson was out for that whole power play. And another power play killed by the Mustangs. They've been awesome in the power play tonight. McMahon. Tagged by Simpson. Naden's still out there. Simpson's still out there. He can't get it out of his feet. And Mustangs, I feel they've had plenty of penalties, but they could have even been called that one. It was accidental, but he got ripped off his feet with Simpson. Chance in front, saved by Davis.
Toe save.
Through the screen by Anderson, and he's wide. Then Waring. Forechecking. Kept alive. No, it's a deflection, and Waring doesn't have the legs in him yet to chase down Darling. Mustangs on the counter-attack. It looks like a thrilling end of this game, Steve. 1-1 still. We've got clicking down into the 15th minute.
Did not read that play at all. They passed the puck to him. He just wanted to get off the ice, but if it got it, he would have had a breakaway down Northstars zone.
Cross-ice pass. Moylan will pick that up. He's in his own zone. He's got Burke forechecking. He waits and dispatches it. Shakes off Burke. Kicking it in the zone is Southwood. Simpson. Spins around. Gets it away. Can't get it to Powell, who's waiting in the quiet area. Ooh, Simpson could get called there too for knocking away the stick, although I guess you could say he was in his way. Ferrari is on, and a stop by Davis. Lindsay awkwardly into the boards. He's okay, and we're now under the 15 minutes here. 1-1 the score.
Well, again, that's what I like about Isaacson. You could see that Lindsay was going to give him a bit of pressure, so just a little bit of a shove. He wasn't quite steady enough on his skates to be able to take that. But that's just the kind of player that Isaacson is. He just reads the play so well, and he'll put you under pressure.
Face-off won by Mustangs. Can't get the shot away. Loose in front, picked up. And Northstars get it out of the zone. Lane will send it back in. Martini with the puck. Across to Lindsay. These two played together for many years. Pass cut off by Bright. So Simpson gets another chance at it though. Through the middle he goes. Oh! Stick handle, but it couldn't get the handle back on it after he got it around the two players. Did well to get that far, but for naught.
Simpson has been in everything this period. It really has been huge for him.
Apps now into the zone, takes a shot and an easy one on the emblem there for Dane Davis with 14:26 left in the game.
Yeah, no, I like the way he's getting himself involved. It's really, really good, Simpson. He really needs to be leading from the front. He's doing that so well in this game. This third period, as I said, it's all been about him. It's only 5 minutes in, but it's been all about him.
Third period just starting now with the in Sydney with the Bears and Adrenaline. Last I saw was a 4-0 lead for the Bears.
Yeah, that's a good call there by the ref and also the linesman. Banger left very, very early on the face-off, so it was waiting for him to get called down. Took a second or two. One warning.
So the Northstars intrigued again. They'll get a penalty. They don't. So he goes down. Northstars in the breakaway. Here comes Richie Tessler. He's got help and Drolet. And they're saying offside.
They're calling offside. And what a great play by McMahon. The way he squeezed Testrick out wide there so he wasn't going to be a force was wonderful. But beautiful little source pass back into the middle. But it was offside. Doesn't matter how great the play was, it was offside.
Yeah, I didn't see it, but it might have been the guy closest to me. But we'll not complain. Northstars have had a benefit tonight. Golay gets a puck. It was a bad pass by the Mustangs. He's got Phillips at the blue line. He's instead going to send it back to Banger, as usual, hanging around the side of the net. Golay gets stick handle round one. Oh, gets it back to Tesserick, but he can't get it cleanly because it was partially intercepted. Phillips knocks the puck away. Anderson now battles around. Mustangs going to penalty in that one. Golay into the zone. This time, no offsides. Phillips down low. You don't see many defensemen who like to get as low as Phillips, who's actually just about the blue paint that time. A long pass there by Chalker has gone past the man, so it'll be icing on the Northstars halfway through a change.
Yeah, there's a couple of guys shaking their heads out there. They really need to get into the game and not be worrying about what the officials are doing, what they're calling. We've even got our referee instructing the North Star bench to let him worry about the game. So I would like to see this just continue as a great 5-on-5 battle. And it's not going to do that if the teams get their head into the officials. They just need to worry about their game. Oh, good play.
Pushed forward by Liam Ring, but he won't get to the puck first. But he's a great player. He hits a check on though and takes down Jordan Owens. Pat Naden tries the backhand, but well covered there by the defence. Owens back up. Shaking off the Northstars forecheck. Now the Mustangs moving forward. Eric Isaacson gets the puck back. Oh, good centering pass. Shot with the screen and gloved by Davis with a big arm.
Davis just challenged Darling then and grabbed every bit of that black disc. And Darling goes and gives him a pat on the pads as well too. He knows it was a great save.
He even got one from Darling. Darling came by to say good save. Face off. Newcastle win that off a fortuitous bounce. Damien Bright cuts that off. Always solid defenseman for the Mustangs. He's been a big part of the game for a long time. Chipped in there by Stanger, and Simpson will be to it first. So you have to watch for the check coming in. Puck is loose, and Jaden Ryan will win that. He's going to get back to Lindsay. Lindsay wants some room. Quick shot on net by Watini, and it's off the pads of Nastiuk and out. So Lindsay will send it back.
Boy, the Mustangs needed that. That was a huge kick out.
Well, Watini and Lindsay used to play forward together for the Mustangs years ago, didn't they? There was so many defence for the Northstars that they had both these guys on forward. Although Lindsay was more of a natural defenceman, like yourself, Steve.
Thank you, Pete.
At least that's what they tell me.
Yeah, that's true.
Simpson.
Nice play there from Simpson and Ryan. Just couldn't connect.
Mustangs covering it well. We've still got a thrill in one all game here with just about 11.5 minutes remaining. Anderson in the zone. That was another penalty. Some of the others were.
Anderson needs to check to see if his skate laces are tied up. He's fallen over quite a lot already in this game. And there's another example of it then.
Mustangs trying to get out in front with Jones now into that slot between the circles. And Northstars bench are calling out to Lindsay to keep an eye on him. Jolay with a pass. It goes past Tesserick, but he'll be first man to it. This Manicus Nastiuk's out of the net.
Wow, got away with that.
Anderson doesn't get a pass away cleanly, but he gives himself some time, and Ferrari has the puck now. That's not a good one. It's cut off. Banger will get it back though, and he's going to get it to Southwood. Southwood gets it to Tesserick. A couple of Central Coast guys jamming it in. Nastiuk down, and actually Tesserick apologises as he falls on him.
I'm guessing the net's off.
Yeah.
That was a great battle there in front. Fantastic. The way that Richard Tesserick drove into the net with Banger helping him was always going to put pressure on the Mustangs there.
Well, that's what you want to see, Steve. You guys willing to drive the net?
Absolutely. You need to put pressure on.
Tough.
And this is where the Northstars have turned this game around a little bit and starting to take control and ownership of it. They're getting a lot more pressure on the Mustangs than what they were in the first half of this game. The second half of this game, they've done a great job. And the pressure leads to possession. If you keep doing that, you're going to be winning hockey games. So a slight delay here. Looks like we're asking for another puck. The other one mustn't have been flat enough.
It's probably bent on the edges.
A couple of good dad jokes there, Pete.
All right. I picked it up.
Yeah, good man.
I appreciate it. Face off. Mustangs win it, but quickly pinned there by Naden. And battle down low. Darley and Naden still hanging on to each other a bit. Back to the play is Isaacson driving it forward. He's got to beat Malloy. Malloy rubs him out. Burke now backhand to Darling at the blue line. Through the screen and a pad save by Davis. Checking for the spinorama there, but Isaacson played it cool. Jordan Owens through the screen. It's off one of his own players with the gas off. Spinning about, Mustangs get it to the point.
Yeah, they had to get him for that. Jamie Burke, you can sit there and protest as much as you want, but he went round in front of the net, took Dave Ferrari's feet out from underneath him. And unfortunately for Jamie Burke, our referee, Rick West, was staring straight at him when he... And that's the problem sometimes, if you can be looking at situations where you get a lot of penalties, the referees unfortunately are going to be looking at you. And that's certainly what happened then.
Conversation continues as some of the players head to the bench.
Well, it was very dangerous, actually. Dave Ferrari did not see it coming and fell down. He could have hit his head very hard on the ice, and that would have not been a good result.
I remember playing, you might have been playing in that tournament too. We had a Masters tournament here, and someone did that to me. He put me out from behind. And it came back and apologized about it later on, but I remember it quite hurt.
Well, it's not
I landed on my knees
feeling.
and I couldn't walk properly for a few weeks.
It's not pleasant. Newcastle chant is going up.
This is something I've been really happy to hear this year. This is what it started with the Knights, the NRL team here. Oh, chance for the Mustangs, but Bert Malloy just got enough of Sean Jones as he went by to hold him up a bit.
Yeah, Jones didn't see that opportunity then. Both McMahon and Anderson were there, and all he had to do was throw it forward. But he just wanted to get off the ice.
Rollet to Phillips. Doesn't get it cleanly, but he's going to take it into the zone. He can't get it past. Parker Phillips though, and it's fired down the ice.
Parker Thomas, what a great play then to stop that, because Phillips was coming at 1,000 miles an hour.
Northstars, it's crisp passing, but it's not quite on target as normally it would be. They're having trouble hanging on to him because that sort of thing's happening. That was a good hit.
Isaacson didn't miss him.
Nah, beauty. Jolie gets it off his skates. Simpson. Somebody's without a stick. Battle in the corner continues. Comes out for Drolet. He's got Lindsay. Simpson's taking the point at the moment.
Good pickup by Drolet.
30 seconds of power play remaining.
Oh, nice shot block.
Another block. Isaacson puts his body on the line. What a hero.
And that was Darling took the first shot. Fantastic.
Matt Lindsay just going to chip and chase. Jaden Ryan sends around the board. Picked up by Simpson. Shakes off a little bit of a trip there. On the second one. Tesserick. Oh, we've lost that. There's a chance for Jones. Tesserick.
Yeah, he's got him.
He's been called.
Yeah.
He should have been. And
I mean, that was a very obvious one as he skated in front of us here, Peter. That was always going to be hooking.
So, Mustangs get their power play.
Well, the game has ebbed and flowed. I mean, there's been so much pressure around the Mustangs' net. And now the Mustangs finally get a power play opportunity. They've probably been waiting almost 2 periods for this opportunity and really the Northstars are going to have to be on their game, because last thing you want to give with 7 minutes and 44 seconds to go is a power play penalty, power play goal to the Mustangs.
Northstars with a little late change there. Watini comes on. And his Hamish Powell comes off. McDowell with the puck. He gets it back. McMahon through the screen, saved by Davis. It's loose. And Davis has it and shows it to everybody with a windmill.
Brilliant save again by Davis, but great defensive work in front of the net by Bert Malloy. He was lifting sticks. He was making absolutely sure that Jones was not going to get the puck. Coach Kennedy's throwing everything on the ice. He does not want a goal.
Would you put out different players defensively rather than offensively, though?
Well, it's good that what he tried to do is get Drolet and Banger out as soon as he could. They'd had a huge shift, but now they're out on the ice and they're fresh, so they'll certainly help his PK.
Well, I suppose it also gives them an opportunity for a short-handed if they get some space.
If they get some space.
That does happen a bit. Pucks bounce off legs and sticks and so on. Into the corner, Mustangs setting up. Flack gets it around to... We've got there 51 Jones. Anderson's on the point. McDowell's waiting for it at the top of the umbrella. He's got it now. Shot is high and wide at the top corner.
Yeah, Brendan McDowell's got a shot. You want to make sure you don't give him an opportunity.
McMahon, got a bit of space. Now he's going to go to Anderson. Fakes. That was passed to no one.
Yeah, that wasn't the play.
Banger, backhander, Drolet. He's got to pick it, but doesn't have speed. He has some space. He's got James to beat.
Yeah!
She scores!
What a goal!
Top James!
He's so happy. A smile on his face. Incredible. Absolutely incredible.
That's the shorthander I was talking about, Steve.
Yeah.
There's still 34 seconds of Mustangs power play.
Great play there by Coach Kennedy to have those guys out on the ice. And poor old Sean Jones, when he realised he was the only guy back, he was struggling to try and get in front of Drolet, and Drolet knew when the time was to shoot and let it rip. Great goal. But that's a goal scorer for you. Put him on the PK, he'll still perform for you. Well done.
Great shot. Beautiful. So it's now the first time the Northstars ever lead this game. It's 2-1 up. So they've squandered many, many power plays, and they've ended up scoring short-handed.
Oh, it's taken 44 minutes to get in front. That's a long time.
Mustangs have the puck. There's Jordan Owens, has it? Pass is cut off by Manwaring. Now it's taken into the zone by Vigasov. He looks inside. He's got Eric Isaacson. Pass is cut off, though, by... that was Manwaring. Shot to the screen. Doesn't make it. It's
Paddy
off.
Ward.
Takes it. Paddy Ward, who just got back from having his hand operated on.
Mate, I don't know how that didn't break his leg. Holy dooly.
He's a Scotsman. Takes more than that to stop a Scotsman.
Yep. Okay, we're back at full strength now, 5-on-5.
Mustangs working the outside. Aggressive penalty kill by the Northstars. And we're down to 5.5 minutes remaining in the game. It's a 2-1 lead for the Northstars now. Jones. Oh, good opportunity. Davis diving. I think he got a glove to it. It might have been too high anyway, but that was spectacular. Crashing through comes Jaden Ryan, number 10. He beats Isaacson around the boards. He's playing out his skin.
That's incredible. Then unfortunately
Who is
gives
this
it
guy?
away.
But still, he's killed a fair bit of time and put the Mustangs on the defensive. Luke Simpson will be into the corner. Beats Damien Bright to the puck. Brad Apps is down there too. Northstars win possession. Got some space. Simpson's shot is a little wide. And a stopper play.
Hand pass.
Hand pass called. Northstars will have to go out of the zone, and we've got 4:43 left in the game.
Luke Simpson, he has been everything tonight. He just really deserved a goal. I mean, the way he's been hustling around the net tonight has been outstanding. But what a shift from Jaden Ryan. He said he hasn't really played a lot of centre. He's been playing centre in his game tonight, and that was outstanding stuff.
Face off outside the zone, as we said, from the hand pass. Goes back to Malloy, to Phillips. Phillips goes up the middle. Hands it off. And Drolet will take it into the attacking zone.
Back to Chalker.
Chalker with a shot. Oh, a nice take by Nastya. And shows it to Banger.
No, that was a great save. There's a lot of bodies in front of the net, and again, just this pattern of play that the Northstars have started from the second half of this game is to actually put pressure on the Mustangs, and it's definitely paid off. Just got to look at the scoreboard and know it's definitely paid off.
They saw the Mustangs push it forward. Jolie can't control that, so now it's Bersha. Phillips will steal it. Button hooks, get around Bersha, has the speed to shake him off. Phillips hands it off to Bangar, goes towards the net, and it's stopped by Nastuk.
Yeah, Owens wants that puck.
Well, he peels off for a change.
Yeah, he's just sort of giving him a chat as he's getting off there.
Keswick got a touch on it, so there'll be no icing. Both teams changing. Billiard shot there off the boards. And Southwood can't get it in cleanly. Oh, taken down hard.
Thomas just nailed him.
Just mowed Richie Teswick. Teswick seems okay. Bangar can't get it out of the zone. Man. Bangar now in with the check. Son Jones waits. Richie Teswick's okay.
I hope he is okay.
I think he saw enough of it to batten the hatches before he got taken out. Getting onto it for Yassel, puts on a burst and a shot, and a stop there by Davis. Then Waring keeps Anderson out. And battle for the puck. Loose. Anderson. Too many blue jerseys to get it in close.
Jones, he should have scored on that.
Simpson tries to push it. No, it's Pat Naden, pardon me. Tries to get the man out, and they do in the end, so they're neutralised. Mustangs go back to their end too. Oh, good pass. Wasn't quite ready for it. Shot by Jones and a save by Davis with the second attempt there. 2:34 left in the game. It's a 2-1 lead.
Jones had a couple of opportunities in that shift then, and just very, very unlucky on the first one. I mean, he probably should have buried it, but that last one just then, it was the end of his shift. He's got his stick on his knees. He's absolutely exhausted, so probably why he didn't get as good an opportunity that time to score. But he's a really, really good couple of shifts now, Sean Jones.
Face off. Mustangs have it. Martini, is his stick caught up or... Oh, they're both hanging on to each other.
Yeah, he's got a penalty.
All right, well, that was deserved.
Well, it's probably holding, I would say. He was holding the stick pretty hard.
Yeah, well, the holding was very easy to pick.
I'm surprised the Mustang goalie hasn't come out. They're thinking about it now. Whoops.
Powell stops play by touching the puck, and it's going to be a Mustangs power play for... Well, the last 2 minutes or less of this game. There's only 2:11 left. They could make it interesting, Steve.
Look, it's been an interesting game all the way through so far. It's been terrific the way that both teams have played. A little bit of niggle in that second period that got everyone in the stands excited, and in this period it's really been pushed back by the Northstars to get the couple of goals that they needed, and now they're in front and don't look like losing that at the moment. But the Mustangs have a power play. Let's see what happens to these next 2 minutes.
Thrilling end of this game. It's been thrilling throughout. Owens gets it back, keeps it alive. Hands it off to Pucker Thomas in the circle. In close, Isaacson. Can't put it away. Buzzing around there is Demi Burke in front of the net. Shot is wide. Owens gets to it first. Drolet just gives him a little gentle push. Bouncing around. Bango gets it out. Neutralised is Drolet, but they peel off. They're conserving their energy, hoping they don't need to change players here in the last 2 minutes. Fakes. Hands off. Owens fakes to Parker Thomas. He'll take a shot. No, he's going to try it, get to Burke.
Goalie's been pulled, Peter. We've got 6 attackers out there.
I thought there was an extra man on. Shot! And it's loose. Diving in, Davis smothers it. 1:05 left. End his power play. There's 1:16 left in the game.
Again, really clever play there by Isaacson. He could see that Davis was out and he was trying to bounce it off him into the net if he could. So it's very, very clever. Very, very clever. Unfortunately for them, it didn't pay off. They've still got a timeout that they can use as well too if they want to try and...
Yeah, it's been called.
And they've called it.
Yep. So I think both teams would probably want that one. Northstars to rest up their guys, and the Mustangs to have a plan.
Well, the Mustangs really, they need to score, and they got their best guys on the ice at the moment, so they just need a chance to give them a bit of a 30-second rest with only a minute 16 to go in the game, so they can build and craft something. Certainly the Northstars, they've still got lots of guys that are ready to go. It's amazing what happens when you're in front, how much more energy you get in your stride and how much you want to make things happen. So they're certainly happy about this timeout, but it's really the Mustangs need it more than anything. And they're really looking hard to try and get a play happening, and it's been drawn up for them as to what they want to do. I think it's pretty obvious. They want to get the puck in the net as quickly as possible. Coach Kennedy is helping on the PK as well too, letting the guys know where they need to be to keep it out wide. Because out wide's not going to be dangerous. Davis will take that all day long. It's when they get into the seams in the middle, that's where the problems come from. And I'm a bit surprised that Owens hasn't taken as many shots as he has from the point.
He's really been, I don't think he's taken any, right? He's always tried to pass it off.
Correct. And he's got such a heavy shot, so...
It's 6-1 in Melbourne. I think the Thunder are going to take this one. So the Mustangs just want to win for the sake of winning it tonight. And a shot, and it's a save by Davis right in the end.
Yeah, clever. Parker Thomas realised that he needed to get a shot on net, and he took it. He just drove that hard to the net. Everyone was worried about everybody else in front of the net, so left that lane open for him.
Get another face-off too.
Oh, good
nice win again for the Mustangs. Parker Thomas, the top of the umbrella, goes across. Remember, they've got 2 screening guys because they've got a 6-on-4 at the moment. There's still 45 seconds remaining of his power play, and then there'll only be around 11 seconds left after that, should we get there. Parker Thomas, shot, was off the heel of the stick there. Jamie Burke, it doesn't get any pressure on. Now he's got another chance. Off a stick and wide. So Owens down to 27 seconds of power play. Another big wheelhouse, another one off the heel. Just not quick enough for the Mustangs on this power play. Another opportunity. Through the screen.
Oh,
scores!
He's got it.
Touched by the Mustangs in front. And with just 25 seconds, 0.8 left, we're going to have an equal game, 2-all.
Yeah, it was either Anderson or Burke. Looks like it was Anderson. Got a bit of the stick on that, so it was in the net. But it just, again, what we talked about before, Peter, pressure. All it was 7,000, it felt like, Mustangs in front of the net. So it was just too hard to try and cover everybody. And
I think Jamie Burke was the man.
Yeah, the Northstars did a great job by being around that net and sort of covering people. But, I mean, when you got that many guys...
Deflection shots is what the Mustangs needed, and that's what they got.
Yep. The crowd's still giving us the Newcastle chant. They want them to get into the game. There's still 25 seconds to go.
Phillips driving forward, hands off the puck though, so skating back for it is Jason Chalker. He's not the fastest guy, he's going to hand it off. And they're going to Banger instead. They've got 12 seconds to do something with a Jola into the zone. Tisseric's taking that hard, and that's going to be a penalty.
A shocker.
Joel wasn't happy with that. It's not Joel job to be an enforcer. And some tempers are flowing right now. Mustangs have got nothing to lose by this.
Yeah, get them out. Yeah, certainly the last thing Northstars want is any drama happening at this stage in the game. Because obviously anyone that gets a penalty is not going to be available for a 3-on-3, so that's not going to help them. Assuming it does go to overtime.
I'll tell you, Richard Tesseric's not happy with it.
Oh,
he's a man who never usually chirps, but he's getting into it.
I tell you, it was a really, really big hit from behind. I'm not sure if they're going to call it from behind or not, but it looked like it's coming from behind.
So Sean Jones is the man going to the box, and Parker Thomas. I think was it Parker Thomas who delivered it? I couldn't see the number.
I'm pretty sure it was.
So we got 2 and 2, so maybe it's a wash. There's only 6 seconds, but the interesting part is this will carry over into overtime, and Francis Goulet one was penalised.
Yeah, they're still chatting about it in the penalty box. Yeah, but I'm assuming they'll both wipe each other out. And
well, it's been one import each and one local each. So.
Yeah. So we should run 5-on-5 for these 6 seconds, and then, of course, we'll run 3-on-3 in the overtime.
It'll be interesting, Steve, if these are not called incidental, because then they'll be 4-on-4 in the overtime.
Yeah.
This goes in reverse when you've got the 3-on-3. You get more plays rather than less.
Just a bit of a conversation about how it's all going to work out and who's going to be what. But you would have thought that at the time, just watching it, the hand went up straight away as soon as Parker Thomas came into the play and hit Tesserick. So we'll see what the explanation is here.
So Rick West is explaining to Max Perron.
Well, we'll just see if they're going to play 5-on-5. I mean, it's 6 seconds, so everyone's kind of shrugging their shoulders. So, but you can get a shot away in 6 seconds. Anything can happen.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, more about the carryover in the into the overtime at this stage. We're unlikely to get a goal out of this last 6.14 seconds. So Rick West delivers the news to Ray Sheffield, and we're going to have a face-off in the Mustang zone. So there's a small window of opportunity for the Northstars here. I think it's been 2-all. That is the penalties and the score.
They're taking the penalties off the board. As it's 5-on-5.
Yeah, I wonder if it'll be 4-on-4, 5-on-5, or 3-on-3 in overtime. Mustangs have the puck.
Oh, nice shot, Bert Malloy. And that was a real captain's carry. Sorry, Mike McMahon's not the captain, but Jamie Burke is for the Mustangs. But the way he's carried himself today has been outstanding, really, really good. And of course, Bert Malloy wasn't going to let him go through. The steam train was not going to get through there.
Yeah. So this is our second overtime here at the Tunnel Ice Skating Stadium for the season. We're going to have three. Well, I think it's 3-on-3, but it depends on how the penalties were called. If they. Well, the fact that it took him off the boards probably indicates it's 3-on-3.
Yeah, I'd suggest that would be the state.
Yeah.
And of course, normally on a 3-on-3, you want to play 2 forwards and 1 defenseman. And we have Northstars have 2 very, very good forwards over there in the penalty box, in Richard Tesserick and Francis Drolet.
Now we've got Sean Jones and Parker Thomas. So also a couple of great players for the Mustangs. And
well, Sean Jones has been very quiet this game, but that last period, for a couple of shifts there, he was just awesome. He was in everything. Really, really looked good. A couple of great opportunities that he couldn't convert, but he was really had a great third period. It'll be interesting to see how that translates in the second game that they have this weekend. And North Stars, of course, will be wanting to go into tomorrow's game with a good win here tonight and get a maximum points.
So there's no ice clean, and when they have this overtime, they just go straight back on. There's no change of ends. The idea is just to hurry it up and get on with it and play this extra 5 minutes. So referee still over with the scorer. Got Scott Mitchison helping out over in the penalty box, relaying up to the scorers, which is Ros Mitchison. So they've been with us here, along with Michelle, part of our volunteers crew right back, and of course Lewis Wittini in his famous singlet. Yeah, it's what's nice about this part here, Steve. You can kind of get a feel for the benches, can't you?
Absolutely. And hopefully get a better understanding of the calls that are being made as they're being relayed to each of the benches, so we know what's going on.
So Rick West is explaining to Max Perron.
I think everyone would have to be very, very happy at home with what they've been watching. This has been just a wonderful hockey game. And if you're a Melbourne Mustangs fan, you'd have to be unbelievably proud of your team because they have done such a battle here tonight. Unfortunately, it appears that they might be mathematically out of the playoffs now due to other results that have come through.
Yep. But that's almost certain at this point. It was only 5 minutes less than last saw. and the Thunder were ahead 6-1. So unless Ice have scored 7-1. So yeah, we can call that one.
Well, they've certainly played like they should be in the playoffs. Everything that they've done has been good tonight. Like I said, there's just a little bit of niggle happened in that second period, but that got out of everybody's system pretty quickly. And they were just unlucky with the hit. And I'm sure it was just unlucky with the hit that happened on Richard Tesseric with 6 seconds to go in the period.
So we're still relaying scores. And the time is ticking away. We should be starting around about 20 seconds for this overtime 5-minute period. 3-on-3 is the plan.
Just looking around the crowd, everyone's very pensive. Everyone's like, ooh, what's going to happen here? What's going to happen?
Yeah, tension's carrying over.
Yeah. And of course, 3-on-3 is such wonderful hockey to watch, especially with the caliber of players that are going to go out on the ice. McMahon, Isaacson, Isarov for the Melbourne Mustangs, Naden, Phillips and Sam Banger for the Northstars. Boy, that is quality written all over it.
So Pat Naden's out there with Sammy Banger and Trey Phillips. In full we have Isaacson, we have Novoyasov, and 25 McMahon in D for the Mustangs. We've got 3-on-3 here for 5 minutes or less. Someone scores, it's over.
Well, the whole idea on 3-on-3 is possession. You want to keep that for as long as you can.
Davis freezes that as it was caught up in the netting. And we've had 16 seconds tick by.
Yeah, 2 quality imports for the Northstars and an Australian representative in Pat Naden. And of course 2 Australian representatives for the Mustangs out on the ice at the moment.
So it's a golden goal thing. Whoever scores wins. Look at Banger going to the net, and the pass from Naden's just a bit ahead of him.
Well, Isaacson was all over that, was making sure that Banger was not going to be touching the pucks.
Phillips, such a great skater and puck handler, but he's lost that one to Isaacson. He's also a pretty damn good handler and skater. Phillips kills off to cover his man. Simpson bumps the man off the puck. He's going to take it forward.
2-on-1.
Looking inside, he's got Naden. He's going to take the shot and a save by Nastiuk.
That was a great save. That was in the net. Here we go, Naden. Oh, we had the opportunity to win it.
Lindsay on note now, and Jordan Owen hands it to Burke. It's a 2-on-1 at the moment. No, Naden's come across the covering.
Oh, great defense.
And it's off a skate or shin pad there, and Luke Simpson now got 1-on-1 with Anderson. He's got some help from Lindsay coming in. Just drops down. Oh, he gets the shot away somehow. Nasty drops it down, I think, with his head.
Simpson will just be ruining that. How that came through, Anderson, is anybody's guess. And then how he wasn't able to bury it, well, again, anyone's guess.
Well, I think he couldn't pull the stick back much because Anderson was almost lying on his stick at that point. Like he just got the puck just past the body.
Sorry, I may have made a mistake before. That looks like McMahon, sorry, is the captain of the Mustangs.
I apologise
to him. I do apologise to him and his family.
Trey Phillips keeps that along alive. Backhand, Banger. Shoots.
Yeah!
Scores!
He's done it! Sam Banger!
Sammy Banger! And it's 3-1 Northstars.
Great play. Fantastic play by the Northstars. They had the skill on the ice that they needed. And Sam Banger, goal scorer, you give him the puck in front of the net, he's always going to challenge you. And what a great goal. Fantastic. Fantastic.
The energy is lit in here. Crowd is going off. They've been cheering their team, and they kept their heads, the Northstars, for the most part. They a couple of times lost their tempers, but for the most part, they kept persisting. They didn't have a great time in face-offs. Mustangs played a great game.
Yeah, look, they did. I mean, as I said, the fans should be very, very proud of them. They're a really, really good hockey team. This might be, unfortunately, this is the last time they're going to be coming up to Newcastle this year and to play, but they've really been a brilliant team, and they played so well tonight. Again, right across the lineup, there was no one who was absolutely outstanding. Isaacson, of course, had a great game, but no one was outstanding per se, and they just kept coming at you and coming at you and coming at you. So well done to the Mustangs, but of course, congratulations to the Newcastle Northstars and the debut of Alistair Rye. He'd be so happy. First game in, bingo, they get a win. this game's too easy.
Yeah, don't we wish? So, I think for the Mustangs, I think everything was great for them except for discipline.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that was probably their downfall tonight.
Well, they allowed the Northstars into the game, unfortunately, in that second period by the way they were playing. So.
Yeah, they outplayed the Northstars for a fair bit, but too many penalties, and sometimes, I don't know if there's anything that really feel that they shouldn't have got, but then when they lost their cool, then they started having to go request, and he was not going to take it.
No, absolutely not.
And the Northstars, their weakness tonight was power plays, but they got there in the end.
Yeah, I'm sure it's something that they're going to work hard on over this next week to try and get right, because when you get to the playoffs, it's all about special teams, and you really need that opportunity to score and score as often as you can. So, and penalties are going to come. There's no doubt about that. Obviously, we don't know right now exactly who's going to be refereeing, but I mean, whoever it is going to be make sure that the game is played in the right spirit. So penalties are going to happen, and you really need those special teams to work and work well.
Paddy Ward's just over there with his daughter through the glass. It's great to see him back for the Northstars. That's a huge boost for them.
Absolutely.
Missing such a solid defenseman, a stay-at-home defenseman like Paddy Ward, has been tough for the Northstars. He had his hand broken, had to be operated on, and has been out for a number of weeks. That game against the Melbourne Ice a couple months ago took a huge toll on the Northstars.
Absolutely.
Actually, with shoulder that one. He then got hit in the hand after that as well. So it's so great that he's back now.
The Northstars have had so many injuries, and really it appears
there's been 2 broken hands, 2 shoulders, Timmy Stanger, and then we had Paddy's had 2 injuries.
Yep.
Who else? We've had the flu run through the team.
Yeah, Phillips and Simpson were not happy at all with getting the flu, so that wasn't helping at all. But yeah, it's been a lot of injuries, but really right now I guess it's only Thomas Lander that we're looking at being out, because I mean everyone that has been out looks like they're playing really, really well. I mean, Paddy Ward had a great game tonight. Liam Manwaring played well. But I mean, what was really, really good to see is the way the Northstars bounced back from that pretty poor first period where the defensive zone work wasn't good at all.
Yeah, we fixed that.
They fixed that really, really well. They were lifting sticks, they were taking bodies, they were making sure that the Mustangs weren't sneaking into those quiet zones that they had been doing in the first period. So it's a good bounce back from them. So they deserve to win, I believe. I believe it was their game tonight. They played really well.
So we have the Adelaide Adrenaline. We're back here tomorrow. Well, I'm in, Steve. You're away with the midgets.
I won't be, unfortunately. Yeah, the under-18s are playing in Sydney at the same time as the game. So
and we'll enter you without Alistair Wright, perhaps.
Well, we won't be having him. He'll be up here playing for the Northstars tomorrow, and good on him. It's fantastic. I hope he gets more ice time and get more opportunity, because
I think he will.
He's he's a good player. He's a great kid, you know. So he deserves every opportunity that he gets.
Well, thanks for sticking with us, folks. That was a thrilling game. At the end, it's a 3-2 lead for the Newcastle Northstars, the home team Mustangs. A lot of time with a better team tonight. Played a valiant game, but a couple of just big moments there for the Northstars, which weren't on the power play, and they managed to win it. So it's an overtime win for the Northstars. We'll be back tomorrow for the game against the Adrenaline. Thank you for joining us. Good night from Steve and I, and we'll stick around. Make sure you stick around for after the game, because we've got Northstars Live coming up right after this.
Bring on the finals.
So from Steve and I, that's it for us. We'll catch you later.
Anthony Holmes.
Hi, I'm Gavin Thurston.
And welcome back to Northstars Live. So that was a nail-biting game,
Oh, it was.
right down to the wire.
Yeah, what a great game.
Yeah, Northstars take away the win in a overtime win.
Overtime, no shootout, no.
But no, it was a great game, and Mustangs started off, in that second period. It picked up, and I think Thomas Parker opened the scoring, and then we levelled it. Bert Malloy levelled the score, and then Matt Anderson took the lead again. The Mustangs just kept trying to claw it back, and then
they definitely had more intensity. The Mustangs, you could definitely tell that they had a lot to play for, and that they were throwing it all out there. They were very impressive. Like I thought they had the majority of the possession of the park and looked like they were more willing to score. Then Northstar stepped up in the third period. I thought Francis Drolle had an awesome game.
Yeah.
He was definitely our best player on the ice. His goal was amazing. To pick the corner on a short-handed goal. And then to get the overtime winner with Sammy Banger. Even Sammy was surprised it went in, I think. So
he sort of looked around like, oh wow.
Yeah, he's like, got past him. Let's celebrate now.
Celebrate. No, it was really good. But
it's good feeling in there. Like a lot of emotion there. The boys at the end celebrated that win. So it was good. Good to see.
It's good. Very
bring
good.
some momentum for tomorrow, and then let's bring it on next week.
Yeah, definitely. Well, look, we've got some players here to have a chat. So I'll bring Jamie Burke in first, and I'll bring you back to wrap it all up.
No worries.
So we've got Jamie Burke from the Melbourne Mustangs to come and have a chat to us. Here he is now. Hi, Jamie. How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you.
It's good.
Sorry about the loss,
That's
but
all right.
you guys went out there and put it all out on the ice.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was a good game, and Newcastle are a good team, and we didn't play our best game tonight. We've got a few injuries and stuff, but we gave it our all, and that's the main thing, I reckon.
Yeah, definitely. And it was a bit of a slow start. So I think in the first period there was only about 5 shots for each team.
Yep.
What do you think was that momentum changer? Was it Parker scoring or?
Look, I think all the penalties kind of helped. A couple of power plays here and there, and once you get a power play, you get momentum. So. Yeah, it all started from there. There was penalties each way, and it worked out in the end. And
it was a very penalty-heavy game.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
A few scuffles, but I saw you trying to break up a few.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So, how have you found the season so far?
Look, it's I guess disappointing because we want to be here next weekend, and with that loss, it's mathematically we're out. So, but we've got a good group of guys. We had a good season. Everyone enjoyed themselves, I think. So, let's just. Hopefully finish off with a win tomorrow and come back next year better and stronger.
Yeah, perfect. And will you be playing again next year?
At this stage I'll say yes, but I've got 3 kids, so it all depends.
Yeah, that's so
that's
true.
It, yeah.
But thank you so much for having the time to chat to us, and good luck with your game tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thanks so much, Jamie.
Thanks.
So that was Jamie Burke of the Melbourne Mustangs, and now we have Jordan Owens coming to have a chat. Hi Jordan, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Look, thank you for coming to have a chat to us. I'm sorry about the loss. How was it for you out on the ice tonight?
It was one of those games, I think. We controlled it for the most part, but there was a lapse there on their first goal. I think the ref missed a big call there and allowed them to score. Brought them back in the game. Just my opinion. I know that's a little bit biased, but I think that was a turning point. We had our chances too, though, at the end of the day, so we can't really point the finger too much.
Yeah, definitely. It was a very penalty-heavy game for both teams. Do you think that had a role in tonight's game? Do you think it changed the momentum a bit?
Yeah, I mean, no team really wants to, on either side wants to play special teams. We'd much rather play 5-on-5. But as you said, there's a lot of special teams, and it taxes a lot of players who are playing a penalty kill. Especially for us, we were down a lot, so same guys going out there for the PK, getting tired. So it definitely wears on you. We'd much rather play 5-on-5.
Yeah, definitely. And how have you found the AIHL this year?
Sorry?
How have you found playing in the AIHL? You've had a long career overseas. How have you found it over here?
It's been great. As an import, you come for the experience, see what it's like to live in Australia, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime thing. It's very, very hard to pass up. I've been telling guys that I've played with over the years, they're asking me about how it is down here, and I tell them, guys, you got to come. It's the hockey world's best-kept secret, coming down here and playing, and I've had such a great time, and my family as well. So.
Oh, that's so good. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for having a chat, and hopefully we'll see you around next year.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Jordan. So that was Jordan Owens of the Melbourne Mustangs having a really nice chat to us just about his time in Australia, and, it's the hockey world's best-kept secret. Now we have Max here, the coach of the Melbourne Mustangs. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. I'm really sorry about that loss.
No, that's all right.
The Mustangs came out. It was a bit of a slow first period, but that second period and the third, they had it all over. They were controlled, measured. How do you think the game went?
I think we played a good game in general. Our discipline wasn't that great. I think we took a few stupid penalties that we need to cut out of our game. But overall, I was very pleased with the way we played the game. And outside, obviously these penalties, I think we played a strong second and third period.
Yeah, definitely. And so moving forwards, unfortunately, it does mean that you're mathematically out of the finals contentions. But, is there anything that you're going to take away from this season and look forward to into next season?
Yeah, of course. I think that's the point when you have a season that unfortunately doesn't really pan out the way you would wish for. You got to look at the good side and the bad side. So what did we do well that we want to keep going and doing the same thing next year? But as well, what we did wrong this year. As I said, discipline was a big thing this year. We took a lot of penalties that probably were not needed. Stupid penalties behind the play. That's one. And I think a mental game a little bit where we lost a lot of these games by one goal. We want to kind of be on the other side now. We want to start being the team that wins by one goal in these big moments. So there's a bit of work. I think at the end of the year we're all going to sit down and have a look at what went right, what went wrong during the season, and then improve from there.
Perfect. And so how have you found this season overall for yourself?
I think this year was probably a big learning curve, I'd say, for us. There's a few things. I think we had really strong games, but our consistency wasn't there throughout the year. I think we had very strong games where we would come out and completely dominate the opponent. And I'm not saying we were playing a bad team or a good team. It didn't matter who it was. We played very strong. But then the next day we would be against another team and we would be flat and pretty much no emotion during the game. So I think consistency is going to be a big thing. And I think overall we had a decent season, but I don't think it was as good as we could have had. Expectations were a little higher for the season, to be very honest with you.
Yeah. And so as a coach, how hard is it to try and recreate that passion game in and game out? Is that something that you can do to help foster in the locker room, or is that something the guys have to bring to it?
Well, there's yes, externally as a coach I can kind of provide that bit extra motivation, but at the end of the day I think motivation's got to be internal, and you got to kind of keep growing a culture where guys keep coming to the rink every day and keep pushing and trying to improve. So it's a mix of making sure we have the right guys on us as well that internally are naturally motivated, but as well create a culture that fosters that motivation and keeps guys wanting to be better day after day.
Yeah, perfect. Well, look, thank you so much for having a chat to us, and good luck for the game tomorrow.
Thank you very much, and good luck for the finals.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So that was Max of the Melbourne Mustangs, and having a chat to us. And now we have the coach of the Newcastle Northstars, JFK. How are you?
I'm feeling good.
I knew you were going to do that. You're very impressed with that shirt today, aren't you?
Oh, look, some people like it. Some people, say it's a little loud, but...
I did see there was a poll going around for best dressed coach, and you were winning at the point I saw it. So.
Was I winning?
Yeah.
Because someone told me I was. I thought I was losing to Max.
Oh, well, when I saw it, you were winning. But,
okay. Look,
he is also a sharp dresser.
Look, if I lose to him, I can take that.
You can. That's fair enough. Look, the big questions here on Northstars Live. Look, that was a really tough game to start with. It was quite flat in the first, end-to-end hockey, not a lot happening. And then the second period, Mustangs scored. How did it go from there?
Oh, look, it was one of those games where it was hard to get a lot of flow. I don't even think we had our first shot till maybe 5 minutes into the period, but it's just one of those games where you have to find a way to win. It's not the nice flowy game that we're used to, but at the same time, I thought we did a lot of things well. Even though, like I said, we didn't get a shot, our back check was great. Our team effort was great, blocking shots. So, look, it's like we found a way. At the end of the day, we found a way. It was a chippy game, but we found a way.
Yeah, it was very penalty heavy. Not a lot of 5-on-5 hockey. Is that something that does disrupt the flow and is, sort of frustrating to see?
It's frustrating, and speaking of 5-on-5 in the power plays, I felt like our power play, we could have done more with it. We had plenty of opportunities, and we got plenty of looks, which is great going into the finals weekend. So obviously we'll look at some film, but I feel as if our puck movement was a little bit slow, and we weren't supporting the puck enough on our power play. So that's what led to kind of us not being able to get anything up from it.
Yeah, but in saying that, Francis Trolley's goal was a shorthanded goal.
Yeah. Francis was shorthanded, and look, that's a goal in any league.
Yeah.
Bar down, just great shot.
Yeah. So moving forwards, we play Adelaide tomorrow.
Yep.
Obviously not taking the foot off the pedal going into finals. What is going to be happening for you guys?
Oh, look, obviously, we're going to have some younger guys getting some ice time. Yeah. I know, Alistair Riot, he's joined our squad. Like you said, it's preparation for the weekend. It's absolute preparation. So we're not taking them lightly. I think they've lost an import or two, but they're going to be, they're hungry. I'm sure they would love to get a win to end their season. So for us to not come out and play our best would be a massive mistake. And I know the guys in the locker room, they want this. They want this really bad. So where I would rather sit and kind of rest some of our players, and I may do some of that as the game goes on. I know each and every one of the guys have talked to me personally and said, I want to play this game because I want to be ready. So, we're really using all this opportunity from this weekend to fine-tune our game, to get the feel of the puck, because today I felt like we were fighting the puck.
Yeah.
And just get our hands back, get that cohesion. So it's definitely going to be you could say a dress rehearsal for the finals weekend.
Yeah, perfect. And you said something really interesting there, getting game ready and having that game fitness. CBR have a break this weekend. They're not playing any games. Do you think that could be potentially an advantage going into the finals weekend?
Look, I'm not really worried about them, so it is what it is.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's the finals weekend.
It all comes down to that.
It all comes down to that. So I don't know what they're doing. All I know is how we're preparing and how we're taking this.
Oh, perfect. Well, look, good luck with it, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Thank you, Mickey.
Thanks, JFK. So that was JFK of the Newcastle Northstars, just letting us know that they're just focusing on their game going into finals weekend and not taking the foot off the trigger going into tomorrow's game against Adelaide. And we have Bert Malloy, captain of the Newcastle Northstars. Hello, how are you?
Good, what's happening?
Yeah, not much. Just how was that game for you?
Slow start, very slow start. They took it to us in the first period, and we had to find a way to respond. I think we did pretty well. I think we got faster as the game progressed, and a tough one giving up a goal with 20 seconds left, but 6-on-4, you can only cover so many people. So all in all, I'm happy with the 2 points, clinching second, and finish on a high tomorrow.
Yeah, perfect. So do you think that, JFK was just saying that all of the guys aren't taking their foot off the pedal, that they all want to go into tomorrow like it's any other game?
Oh, yeah. Build momentum, build some swagger going into it. It's good to have a full locker room again. A lot of guys coming back, and we got a lot of work to do, that's for sure. We've got a lot of work to do in the next coming week.
Yeah, perfect. And now, just on a personal note, I see that you had a lot of family around the rink. Who do you have over here?
All right, so my father first off, and his oldest brother, my mother's oldest brother, came in last night and surprised me out of nowhere. I was driving back from Tamworth, and after a pretty glum and dreary drive, I was kind of feeling a bit low and maybe a little bit homesick too, so my father walked around the corner and I lost it. 5 minutes later, my other uncle walked around the corner and I lost it, and sure enough, 5 minutes later. So, absolutely blown away by the surprise and the effort that was put in. It was pretty cool. It's something I'll remember forever.
Oh, that's awesome. And are they staying for next weekend as well?
2 of them are. One of them's leaving Tuesday, so
that's fair.
Perfect timing.
Yeah,
right?
that's perfect. That's good. And so just back to the game tonight, it was quite penalty heavy and, a few tussles. Is that something that you want to try and avoid going into finals?
Yeah, it's just one of those things where it's like boys will be boys. It happens, and you get over it quick. I didn't want to get into anything, but in the moment, so somebody take liberty at Dane, and I got to protect my guy. So it's all over now. We'll go have a beer about it.
Yeah, no worries. Well, I'll let you go and have that beer. Thank you very much for having a chat to us.
Appreciate it.
Let you go see your family as well.
And here comes my best friend Timmy.
So up next we have Bert's best friend Timmy. That was Bert just saying that, going into the finals they want to focus on their game and not take as many penalties. And we have Timmy Stanger.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Yeah, good. How does it feel to be back suited up, not just hanging out being a host?
It's good. I've really enjoyed it. Yeah, being a host was pretty fun too, but this is it's way more enjoyable.
Yeah, I can understand that. So, how are you feeling after that game?
This game tonight, it was great. I felt really good. Probably needed to work on a little bit more on my personal fitness, but apart from that, playing the game, getting in, getting hits in, and just driving the net is what I love to do. So,
well, that's good.
Yeah.
And so, going into tomorrow's game against Adelaide, I think a lot of people might be expecting that we might not take it as seriously, but talking to JFK and Bert, the guys are all just want to keep up their match to the best level, not changing it for the team.
Yeah, tomorrow's game, it doesn't matter like if it's Adelaide. It's a game no matter what. We can't underestimate any team.
Yeah.
So Adelaide have been playing really good towards the end of the season, and we got to respect them because they're a good hockey team.
Okay.
And so if you don't, you get trampled, and that's the sort of team that can do that.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want that going into finals.
No, we want to be going in there positive as possible.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome. Well, look, thank you so much for having a chat to us.
No worries.
Really
Thank you very much. I enjoyed it. Missed the camera.
Anytime. You're welcome back.
Thank you.
Thanks heaps, Timmy.
See ya.
So that was Timmy, and we'll bring back in Gav Thurston now, and we'll wrap up the show. It was really good having a chat to Timmy there.
Yeah,
Sorry. just talking about, going into tomorrow's game.
Yeah.
No one in the locker room especially is taking their foot off the pedal. They're treating it as any other game. I almost get the sense that they don't care who it's against. It's still another hockey game.
No, that's right. Yeah. You got to stick to your systems and play your game. It's hard when you play against a team that's probably not to that level. You sometimes bring your level down, so they can't do that. They got to bring that the intensity that they had in that third period. That's what they got to bring to tomorrow's game from the first puck drop.
Yeah, definitely.
And,
I think Adelaide will be hungry for a win.
Oh, absolutely.
And
to take on one of the top two teams at the last game, they'll throw everything at it.
Yeah, definitely.
And they got nothing to lose.
Yeah,
and
so
they could take that away from them. So
yeah, definitely.
Let's hope that they do that. That the Northstars do bring their game.
Yeah, it'll be good. Well,
you got to, because we're finals next week, so it's time to ramp it up.
That's it. Yeah. So that's what the guys are saying, is that that's what they're focusing on, and not changing anything, only changing those little things that they want to tighten up before the
fundamentals. Yeah. No, I thought their third period, as I said, like first and second period, was a little bit cautious to start with, and then Melbourne got their first goal, and then they certainly had to break their game, and when they got that tying goal, and they all changed. But the third period, I really thought Francis Drolet and Sammy Banger's line, and even Paddy Naden was throwing himself out there. It was really good to see. So there was a lot of nerves at the first period, I think. So
it was a slow start, but picked right up.
Yeah, and they need that now. Now that they've sort of got that out of their system, got that win.
Yeah.
Mustangs, unfortunately, now are out of it. And, tomorrow they can start a whole new game and bring that intensity.
Yeah. Look, it'll be great, and we'll catch everyone back here tomorrow from 3:30. We'll start the podcast, the stream, and go from there. But we might wrap up tonight, and we'll see you all back here tomorrow.
Thanks for watching.
Thank you.
See ya.